Chapter 149. Now that Lu Yi was out of danger, Warhawk's innumerable swords chant had deviated greatly. Taking advantage of Warhawk's innumerable swords chant, Lu Yi quickly closed in and attacked. 122. The damage wasn't high, but Warhawk was right. A single attack wasn't enough for a professional player. She had to finish off all the damage. Chaotic martial suppression. Lu Yi quickly activated a pugilist skill. Chaotic martial suppression was a damage and crowd control skill. First, it disarmed the opponent's weapon so that they couldn't use it to attack. Then, it sacrificed some hits to increase the attack speed for a short period of time and force the opponent to face it head-on. This skill was very useful in dungeons. Not only did it have a taunt effect, but the damage dealt in a short period of time could also quickly accumulate aggro. If someone lost control of their aggro, the pugilist could use this skill to quickly pull back the aggro. Lu Yi quickly waved her dark steel sword and attacked again and again. Warhawk could only wait to be hit. -134. Mississippi -122. -117. Mississippi. Although there were misses, with the attack speed bonus, she still dealt a lot of damage. Warhawk's plan had failed. The result was a mistake that put him in an extremely passive situation. Lu Yi had demonstrated the ability of a professional player to seize an opportunity. In the live stream, people were discussing this move enthusiastically. Sure enough, you can't let a pugilist get close. Once they get close, it's hard to get rid of them. Miss is very strong, but I still don't understand how the masked man did that. Is there a pro player who can analyze it? At this time, a big V fan in the live stream, Den Moongazer, gave the answer. After a round of professional explanation, everyone finally understood why the masked man could change equipment at the start of the fight. Actually, it's not difficult to change equipment. The masked man's scary part is that he planned ahead of time. Den Moongazer's words resonated with many big shots. Hot-blooded age, Den Moongazer is right. Before the fight started, he knew that Grim Reaper and the others were going to focus on that pugilist. He also rehearsed how to kill her in his mind. That's why he was able to freeze Grim Reaper and prevent him from using his second move. Dolo 1,000 hands, the Grim Reaper is not an ordinary person. If you wear the Dark Frost cloak in advance, the Grim Reaper will definitely have defensive equipment special effects. However, if you change your equipment in the middle of the battle, you will be able to defeat the Grim Reaper by surprise. TT Love Maple, did you guys notice? He used the edge of Frost Roar to hit Death Reaper. The timing and distance were just right. If he had used it a little earlier, he wouldn't have hit Death Reaper. If he had used it a little later, he would have used Death Reaper's second stage. It would be too difficult to hit the martial artist. Ing Jun nodded. The advantage of two long-range fighters has been neutralized, but the advantage of two melee fighters has been reflected. Little May, your friend is very strong. Warhawk's side was already a bit overwhelmed, but the Grim Reaper still couldn't help. A moment later, Lu Yi launched the second wave of chaotic weapon suppression. Warhawk couldn't withstand the second wave of chaotic weapon suppression, but he couldn't get rid of his opponent. At this time, Warhawk found a circle of heavenly flame pillars 3 or 4 meters away from both sides. 1 second later, a heavenly flame pillar would erupt from there. Now he could only rely on the heavenly flame pillar to block the opponent. Time was very tight to pass through the marking before the heavenly flame pillar erupted, but now he could only take the risk. Bitch, wait for me to pull away and play you to death. Warhawk threw down a sentence and rushed to the heavenly flame pillar that was about to erupt. With a bang, the heavenly flame pillar erupted into the sky. Unfortunately, Warhawk couldn't pass through the heavenly flame pillar in time and was directly killed. The protagonists of the PK competition were Soaring Dragon's people. Once Warhawk was defeated, it didn't matter if the Grim Reaper lived or died. In this match, Lu Yi successfully advanced. The match was over, but the Grim Reaper didn't leave the stage. His eyes were fixed on the masked man. Boy, not bad. The Grim Reaper's tone was clearly angry. Just play around. After saying that, Lu Chen planned to go find Lu Yi. Seeing the masked man's frivolous appearance, the Grim Reaper became even angrier. Wait! The Grim Reaper suddenly called out to Lu Chen, Warhawk's strength is still too weak. He doesn't know how to fight in close range, really a waste. I ask you, do you dare to fight again? Lu Chen didn't even turn his head, not interested. For Lu Chen, killing a person wasn't something to be happy about. 1 kill, 100,000. The Grim Reaper loudly revealed a number. 1-on-1, 2v2, 5v5, or a team fight, it's up to you. Chapter 150. Brother, we've won. Lu Yi had just run over to celebrate with her brother when she heard Grim Reaper's challenge. She was stunned. Brother. Lu Yi had already forgotten that she had successfully entered the main team. She held on to Lu Chen worriedly, not knowing what to do. Grim Reaper's price was too terrifying. 100,000 per kill was definitely a huge gamble for the average person. However, for Lu Yi, such a bet was simply unimaginable. Lu Chen saw Lu Yi's nervous look and gently patted the back of her hand. Don't be afraid, I'm here. Then, Lu Chen turned to Grim Reaper. Isn't the bet too high? Ha ha ha, don't you have money? Do you want me to lend it to you? Grim Reaper laughed arrogantly. I think your sister is quite pretty. Why don't you ask her to borrow it from me? Grim Reaper seemed to be afraid that Lu Chen would not dare to accept. Without waiting for Lu Chen and his sister to agree, he turned around and announced loudly to everyone present. War Sky, let me use your place for a while. I'll pay for it myself. I'll transfer the money to you later. Grim Reaper was a famous figure after all. Although Dragon Soaring War Sky was unwilling, he could not say anything and could only nod his head in agreement. Everyone looked at Grim Reaper in surprise, not knowing what he was going to do. Grim Reaper saw that he had attracted enough attention and announced loudly to the audience. I, Grim Reaper, want to challenge the two of them. They can choose the number of participants. If they are short of 1 kill, I'll give them 100,000. Grim Reaper pointed his finger at Lu Chen. If they don't dare to accept the challenge, then get out of this martial arts arena. In an instant, the surrounding audience and the audience in the live broadcast room were in an uproar. Fuck, 100,000 per kill. That's a huge gamble. Grim Reaper is angry. The consequences are serious. Don't tell me he's going to call the entire Shining Battle team over. If that's the case, we won't be able to fight anymore. Lu Chen shook his head and sighed helplessly. Some people were just shameless. Initially, he thought that Grim Reaper had a glorious past and winning the World Championship was considered to have won glory for his country. He wanted to give him a way out. He did not expect him to be such a person in private. Lu Chen didn't need to be courteous to such a person. Grim Reaper, you seem to be quite rich. How about this, if you want to play, let's play bigger. 200,000 for a kill against a 40-man team. Lu Chen calculated his current assets. He had bought a villa before, so he still had about 9 million yuan. The masked man's voice was not loud, but his words were like an atomic bomb that exploded at the scene. Ying Jun looked at Xiao Mei in surprise. Your friend's family is rich? Xiao Mei looked anxiously at her good friend on the stage. No. What was wrong with her brother? Not only did he agree to the bet, he even raised it. He must be crazy. Motherfucker, the stakes have doubled. 200,000 for a kill, and it's a 40-man team. That's a few million for a team. If it's a one-sided game, it might go up to 5 million. Who is that guy? Rich second generation. Grim Reaper laughed maniacally. 200,000. Brat, are you trying to trick me? You're still too inexperienced. Lu Chen didn't know why his sincere tone would be taken as a scam. Think what you want, this is my price. All right. Grim Reaper accepted the bet. A 40-man team. Each person will prepare 8 million. After the game ends, if both sides are 1 kill away, it'll be 200,000. Brat, I'm afraid you won't even be able to gather 8 million. You don't have to worry about that. It starts in 10 minutes. Lu Chen only needed to transfer the funds from his bank account to the game. It was done in a few minutes. Grim Reaper, on the other hand, took almost 10 minutes to transfer the money. Both sides set the rules of the game on the Custom PK panel. The game would start in 3 minutes. Before this, the Grim Reaper's men had already entered Area 1221 after another. Many of them had the same prefix, Mad Dragon. Is that Mad Dragon? Damn, they're professional players. Grim Reaper actually found Mad Dragon. Although there aren't many people in this guild, every one of them is the best of the best. Damn, did you see their equipment? It's all Tiger's Weep. Even now, no guild could equip a team with Tiger's Weep and Tiger King. But Mad Dragon did it. When these people arrived, they walked leisurely to Grim Reaper's side and teased him, 430, who dares to mess with you? Yo, there's quite a lot of people. Just nice to be in the limelight. So many chicks. I don't care who the opponent is. It's all the same. Mad Dragon gave off a feeling that could only be described with one word, crazy. Looking at the masked man's side, although the money had already arrived, he still hadn't arrived. Ing Jun looked at the time. There were only a few minutes left. He patted Lu Chen's shoulder. Bro, why are you doing this? You're giving them 8 million just to save face. How about this, if you don't have anyone, I'll call Mad Dragon's people over. We can at least kill some of them and recoup some of our losses. Bro, what are you waiting for? Go call them. Little May was anxious. Thanks, but there's no need. Lu Chen said. Lu Yi couldn't listen to anything. She was so anxious that she was about to cry. Bro, where did you get so much money? Did you borrow it from a loan shark? What should we do? Lu Chen held Lu Yi's hand. A pair of clear eyes looked at his sister through the mask. Silly girl, do you think your brother is a brainless person? But bro, they have so many people and their equipment is so good. We can't win. You don't have to worry about that. But there's one thing you have to prepare for. Go bankrupt. I'm already preparing. Lu Chen was really amused by this silly girl. Unfortunately, the competition was about to start. It wasn't time for jokes. No, you might have to leave Soaring Dragon in the future. I know. The loan sharks will definitely chase us everywhere. We'll have to wander the world again. Lu Chen realized that the silly girl's brain had already filled in a gangster movie. Fuck, what are you thinking about all day? I said it's nothing. Don't think too much. Listen carefully. Bro knows that you've been working hard. I don't want to let your efforts go to waste. I don't want to deprive you of your sense of achievement. So, there are some things that I haven't told you. But now, it seems that you might find out soon. Lu Yi was confused. Bro, what's the matter? Lu Chen smiled. It should be a surprise. Since it's a surprise, just wait patiently. Alright, the competition is about to start. I'll go up alone. There was still half a minute to the competition. Masked Bro slowly stepped onto the 72 Sky Flame Pillars arena. PK member locked. N? He's alone. That guy is really alone. Fuck, his brain is really damaged. I said that his thinking was clear before. Why do I feel like he's an idiot now? Throwing away 8 million for nothing. When Grim Reaper saw Masked Bro going up alone, he couldn't stop laughing. Fuck, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, I'm dying of laughter. Too funny. Ha ha ha. Someone actually gave away 8 million for nothing. Haha, brothers, let me ask you this deal. Does it feel good? It's too fucking good. Ha, earning 8 million for nothing. There are idiots every year. This is the best I've ever seen. In the face of countless people's ridicule, Lu Chen didn't say anything. He just quietly changed into his equipment. Chapter 151. Dark flame coat, dark frost cloak, dark night pants, masked bro was surrounded by a faint blue light. It was not surprising that Tiger King had 3 pieces of equipment. There were many people who had them now. Tiger Weep, a purple weapon, was hovering between masked bro's hands. Tiger Weep was not rare either. Everyone from Mad Dragon had one. Until the blank mask, that attracted many envious gazes, was also surrounded by purple mist, the scene suddenly became chaotic. In the purple mist, Masked Bro became unusually mysterious, like a beast spying on its prey in the mist. The first to explode was Annotated Handsome. Damn, that's a purple mask. Didn't that guy say he got it from a roadside stall? A purple mask can be dropped from a general store. Impossible. Of course not. It's rare for a general store to drop equipment, and it only drops white trash. How can it drop a purple mask? Damn, Masked Bro, what's the attribute of your mask? Where did it drop? Lu Chen did not have time to care about the curiosity of the people below the stage. He adjusted the ratio of strength to 100%. Health, attack, defense, 3 dimensions, and talents were all restored. When the Zombie King mask appeared, even Mad Dragon's people were a little pale. Everyone's attention was shifted to Masked Bro. Mad Dragon's people were naturally dissatisfied. They were the center of attention wherever they went, but today, their limelight was stolen. Kid, you're really lucky. I don't know where you got a purple mask from, but you think you can defy the heavens? Sorry, you met us, Mad Dragon. I'll drop your mask later. Even if you're lucky, if you don't drop it this time, our guild will put you and that woman on a wanted list. Let's see what you can do then. Masked Bro sneered. First, there are many people who want to kill me. You're not even on the list. Second, you're lucky you're not in our area. Otherwise, you'll be miserable. Arrogant. Let's see how long you can be so stubborn. Time passed by, and finally, the PK entered the countdown stage. 10, 9, 8. 3, 2, 1. Every second, Louis, Little May, and Handsome's hearts were stirred. Everyone's eyes were focused on the stage. Begin. The moment the match began, Grim Reaper, Mad Dragon, and 40 professional players with top equipment rushed toward Masked Bro. However, what happened in the next second left everyone dumbfounded. The masked man had disappeared. Wind Chime's live broadcast room exploded again. Where's the masked man? Fuck, he was still there just a moment ago. Damn, is this a cultivation technique? This was not a cultivation technique, but Xiao Min's active invisibility skill. Quick shift. A loud shout came from behind Mad Dragon's group. Tiger's roar, great obelisk sweep. Wind Chime's live stream room exploded again. Wait, what the hell is rapid movement? Why did the masked man use the Great Ravager? It can't be, right? How could the masked man move so fast? He suddenly appeared behind Mad Dragon. It can't be a teleportation skill, right? He can't be that person, right? It seems like only that person has used the Great Ravager's sweep. Nameless brother. Impossible. Brother Nameless doesn't have invisibility or displacement. Ying Jun looked at Lu Yi in shock. Your brother, is he nameless? Lu Yi's brain short-circuited. She wasn't thinking about whether Brother Nameless' brother was nameless, but, the person on the battlefield, was he her brother? I don't know either. Ying Jun looked at Lu Yi's shocked face and knew that she was not faking it. He did not continue asking, perhaps Lu Yi really did not know. Alright, if you want to know whether he's nameless or not, you just have to look at his Great Ravager's damage. When Nameless Brother fought Friendship, his Great Ravager's damage was around 1200. Lu Chen was now level 30, and his attributes had increased by a lot. His physical attack had reached 1200, his spiritual power was 120, and Ah Min's possession added 81 spiritual power, totaling 201 spiritual power. Great Ravager's Ravager itself had 180% spiritual power, which was 360 spiritual power damage. At the same time, Tiger's Roar converted 1200 physical attack into spiritual power, which was added to Great Ravager's Ravager. Therefore, Lu Chen's Great Ravager's damage had reached 1600. Lu Chen's position was just right, and most importantly, he was invisible, so Great Ravager's Ravager could not be avoided. After the first Great Ravager's Ravager, 40 top players' health instantly dropped. A third of their 4,000 to 5,000 health was taken away. What the fuck, 1600 health. Fuck. Mad Dragon's people almost went crazy. Fuck, what kind of damage is this? It can't be that guy, right? At the same time, Brother Mask had also appeared. His Great Ravager's Ravagers every second made Mad Dragon's people understand the meaning of despair. Whoosh 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 whoosh, in all four directions, everyone's health dropped bit by bit. Mad Dragon, professional players, who could block 4 Great Ravager's Ravager that had 1600 plus damage. Mad Dragon's people, who were still showing off just now, were down by 90%. 1 versus 40, without any hesitation, 35 people were killed in an instant. Of the remaining 5 people, 4 had black health, and only Grim Reaper, for some reason, was still at full health. Brother Mask kicked away the corpse beside his feet and walked towards the remaining 5 people step by step. His voice was the same as before, without much emotion. Didn't you guys want my mask? Brother Mask slowly raised his hand and pressed it on the mask. I'll give you a chance, come and take it. Lu Chen took off his mask and threw it on the ground. However, the people were no longer paying attention to the exquisite equipment on the ground, the purple mask. Everyone saw the person's face clearly. It's Nameless. Oh my god, he's Nameless. Fuck, I should have known. If it's not Nameless, who else could it be? In the live stream, the bullet screen had gone crazy. The masked man is Nameless, bro. Fuck, it's War God Nameless. I was wondering how there could be such an idiot. Look at it now, the idiot is Mad Dragon. Nameless bro. Nameless bro. Kill Mad Dragon, they bully people in our server all day long. Did you see how Nameless bro taught them a lesson? Ha 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 ha, awesome, this is awesome. The one who sent 8 million is Mad Dragon, that bunch of trash. They still want Nameless bro's equipment. Ha ha ha, Mad Dragon's people are crazy. Customer service, Mad Dragon, your account is gone. The second purple equipment in the server was right in front of Mad Dragon's 5 people. They could pick it up just by taking 2 steps and bending down. Even if they were killed by Nameless bro, it might not be dropped. However, no one from Mad Dragon dared to pick it up. There were a few legends that had to be mentioned. Once, the Korean server provoked Hwaseo's server. In the end, Nameless bro beat the Korean server until they begged for mercy. Once, a guild snatched Nameless Twin Tower ranking, but they were defeated by Nameless bro. Once, a purple mask was placed in front of them, but it was Nameless bro's. Nameless bro, yes, we were blind. Death God, you fucker. How dare you provoke Nameless bro? You dragged Mad Dragon down with you. Nameless bro, quickly keep your equipment. We were wrong, we will go back to our server now. Why are you still standing there like idiots? Surrender. Mad Dragon's 4 people rushed to surrender and quit the PK. Of course, there was no such thing as surrendering meant losing half the battle. The current score was 0-39. Most of these people who used money to win friends over were like this. Lu Chen slowly walked in front of Death God and smiled. So, have you figured it out now? Who was the one who sent 8 million just to save face? Chapter 152. No, I don't accept this, I don't accept this. Grim Reaper kept repeating this sentence as he retreated. Character was not formed overnight. Grim Reaper had forced Lu Chen and his sister to bet after losing the competition. He was so arrogant because he was good at controlling the game and had nothing to fear in the esports scene. In his server, he was the king, and the players who were bullied by him did not dare to speak up. It was only when Nameless revealed his identity that many people stood up to criticize Mad Dragon. It was obvious that many people did not dare to provoke Grim Reaper Mad Dragon. Now, 8 million was gone, and his reputation was gone. He glared at Nameless. You did it on purpose. Lu Chen looked at Grim Reaper calmly. I remember that you were the one who suggested the bet. I gave you a chance. If you were willing to take a step back then, this wouldn't have happened. Unfortunately, you're used to being arrogant and don't want to give others a chance. If I wasn't Nameless, you'd have me, right? Grim Reaper's face turned pale. It seemed that it was impossible to turn the tables. However, at this moment, Grim Reaper glanced and noticed that a cluster of symbols was slowly appearing under Nameless' feet. This light circle happened to be blocked by the corpse beside Nameless' feet. It was difficult for ordinary people to notice it. It was the 72 sky flame pillars. Grim Reaper's mind raced. His chance had come. No matter how strong Nameless was, could he withstand the sky flame pillars? Impossible. While Nameless was unaware of the changes under his feet, he had to stall him. You. Nameless. Fine, I lost today. I can't afford to lose. I apologize to you. I only ask that you don't kill me and leave me with my last bit of dignity. Lu Chen narrowed his eyes slightly. Dignity is earned by oneself. Unfortunately, you don't seem to know how to repent. As soon as he finished speaking, a pillar of light shot out from under Lu Chen's feet and instantly engulfed Nameless in the pillar of light. The sudden change caused the audience to fall into a terrifying silence. Lu Yi widened her eyes in horror. Why did this sky flame pillar not have a cursor notification? In the live stream channel, comments flew wildly. No way, the Grim Reaper actually turned the tables around? Nameless was too careless. This is the easiest time to let down your guard. Who would have thought that the result of a perfect team wipe would be the Grim Reaper's comeback? So the Grim Reaper showed weakness just now to lure Nameless into making a mistake. This guy is quite meticulous. Nameless. Sigh, I fell into his trap. Seeing this scene, the Grim Reaper laughed wildly. Ahahaha, idiot, hahaha, die. You want to fight me? You're still far from being arrogant in front of me. So what if you've won the battle? But you, Nameless, have lost to me, the Grim Reaper. In the future, who dares to call you Nameless War God? You are no longer the nameless invincible god of war. You are my defeated opponent, the god of death. Just based on this, it's worth 8 million. That's right, 8 million. To be able to defeat the war god Nameless was not shameful at all. On the contrary, today's battle would definitely be recorded in history. Remember, Nameless. If the King of Hell wants you to die at midnight, no one will keep you alive until dawn. In front of me, the Grim Reaper, even if you are nameless, you still have to kneel down and call me daddy. Ha ha ha. Many people felt that it was a pity for Nameless' moment of carelessness. There were also people who were jealous of Nameless' reputation and mocked him. However, very few people paid attention to this sky flame pillar. Fenglingzi was looking at the sky flame pillar. Impossible. Impossible. Fenglingzi said in horror. Goddess, what's wrong? You don't have to have such a big reaction after Nameless lost, right? Yeah, I've never seen Fanglingzi lose her composure like this. Not only did Fanglingzi lose her composure, Ingjuan's eyes were wide open and his face was filled with horror. Oh my god, this is impossible, absolutely impossible. In the TT Guild, Li Qiuning was feeling sorry for Nameless' loss. Sigh, what a pity. That Grim Reaper was too cunning and had such good luck to wait for a sky flame pillar. Hey, Brother Sun, why aren't you saying anything? Li Qiuning looked at Lin Sun and saw the exaggerated expression on his face. Impossible, impossible. This is absolutely impossible. What's impossible? It's just impossible. Xiao Yao Feng and Glasses were about to turn off the video and go back to leveling up. However, just as the two of them stood up, their bodies seemed to have turned into stone. Fuck, is this a bug? No, this isn't a bug, but this is impossible. Bosses from all over the world were muttering the same word, impossible. Brother, what's going on? Little Mei was angry. She shook Ying-jun, who was in a daze. Say something. Look inside that sky flame pillar. It's dealing damage. -10,000, immune. The sky flame pillar had dealt damage 3 times in 3 seconds. What did this mean? It meant that Nameless didn't die. He had been burned by the sky flame pillar 3 times. Grim Reaper was still laughing crazily until he saw a figure slowly walking out of the sky flame pillar. His smile froze into an indescribably strange expression. Impossible, this is impossible. A voice faintly sounded, sky flame pillar, that's all. Boom, all the broadcast rooms exploded. Fuck, sky flame pillar, that's all. What the fuck, is this something a human would say? Oh my god, how strong is Nameless? He stayed in the sky flame pillar for 3 seconds. I'm going crazy. Look at Nameless' reaction, he didn't panic at all. So, just now, he actually discovered the sky flame pillar's halo? He deliberately tested the sky flame pillar. Fuck, what kind of god is this? I suddenly want to be alone. I realized that in front of Nameless, my self-esteem has been trampled to pieces. When the figure appeared in front of Grim Reaper again, everyone finally saw Nameless' health for the first time. 8426/28426. Soaring Dragon, who was beside Winchim, spat out a mouthful of blood. 28,000 health, are my eyes playing tricks on me? Nameless had fought a few matches, but this was the first time he had lost health. When his health limit was revealed, everyone was in despair. His level was also revealed along with the damage he had taken. Level 30. Oh my god, didn't you say that your brother was just playing around? What the hell is level 30? From the start of the match until now, Louis had been in a daze. Brother agreed to the 8 million bet. Dumbfounded. Brother one-shot Mad Dragon. Dumbfounded. Brother is John Doe. Dumbfounded. Brother was swallowed by the sky flame pillar. Dumbfounded. Brother came out alive. Dumbfounded again. Brother 28,000 health, level 30. Dumbfounded, Ying-jun said emotionally, fuck, I was wrong. That mask must be a level 30 equipment, and I actually asked him to make one for me. I can't wear it even if he gave it to me. Li Qiuning felt that her heart couldn't take it anymore. She had already placed Nameless' strength in a very high position, but now she realized that there was no such thing as a very high position. She had underestimated him. Fuck, he's too strong, saying that the sky flame pillar is only a so-so. He's too arrogant. Woo-woo. Old Peng took a deep breath and finally spoke. In front of Nameless, Grim Reaper can only die. Chapter 153. With Lu Chen's reaction, how could he not notice the halo of the heavenly flame pillar under his feet? The Grim Reaper thought that he was attracting Lu Chen's attention, but he did not know that Lu Chen wanted to test the power of the heavenly flame pillar. The energy of the 72 heavenly flame pillars might have come from the mythical beast of the celestial mountain. Since he was here, he might as well give it a try. No matter if the heavenly flame pillar's damage was 10,000 or higher, he had Xiaomin's protection. 1 second was enough for him to react. Reality proved that the heavenly flame pillar's damage was fixed at 10,000 points. He had 28,000 HP, so he could last for 2 seconds. With Xiaomin's life-saving effect, he could last for 3 seconds. If he had 1 second to react before the heavenly flame pillar appeared, the heavenly flame pillar would not be much of a threat to him in 4 seconds. That was why Lu Chen said, the heavenly flame pillar is just so. When he looked at Lu Chen again, the Grim Reaper's face was ashen. After being burned by the heavenly flame pillar for 3 seconds, Nameless still had more HP than him. What else could he do other than feel fear? Lu Chen shrugged at the Grim Reaper. It's about time. I should take the last 200,000 HP, rapid movement. Tiger descends the mountain. The Grim Reaper could not react at all. A bunch of numbers floated above his head. 18 times of damage, including a large number of critical hits, poison effects, silence, and speed reduction. In an instant, the Grim Reaper's HP bar disappeared. Lu Chen's AoE damage had reached 1600. Not to mention the single target damage, he had directly dealt 9,000 plus damage, and the 2 Grim Reapers were instantly killed. Ironically, on the stage, those who were showing off had already become corpses. The only person standing now was the person who had been the quietest. Even if the PK was over, everyone's eyes were still locked on him. His every move was the focus of attention. Lu Chen walked in front of the mask. With the tip of his sword, he lifted the mask and it fell into his hand. His movements were elegant and skillful. Checking the PK results, Lu Chen nodded in satisfaction. Today's harvest was not bad. Step by step, Lu Chen walked to the edge of the stage and stopped beside Lu Yi and Little Mei. Lu Chen looked at Lu Yi, who was in a daze. Why are you still standing there? Lu Yi raised her head. If it weren't for this face and this tone that she was too familiar with, she wouldn't have believed that this person was her brother. You lied to me. Didn't you say, it was just for fun? Oh, right. The last time I was poisoned to death in the wild, was it you? Lu Chen suddenly felt guilty. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I poison you? It must be you. Who else but you could poison so much blood? It really wasn't me. It was purely an accident. I didn't do it on purpose. Alright, it really was you. Louis walked over angrily and grabbed her brother's arm. Humph. However, Louis snorted angrily and leaned on her brother's arm. She sobbed and said, Brother, you almost scared me to death just now. Lu Chen patted Lu Yi's head. Alright, I told you not to worry. Ying Jun and Little Mei looked at Nameless and seemed a little nervous. This was the legendary god of war, Nameless. He was actually Lu Yi's brother. And now he was standing beside them. Even if Ying Jun was a member of Wild Waves, he used to only look at the leader from afar. Lu Yi finally wiped her tears. After she calmed down, she didn't forget to pinch Lu Chen. I told you not to tell me. Lu Chen smiled. His sister was still sensible and didn't blame him. Leader. Ying Jun greeted Lu Chen nervously. I just said that I wanted to help you. It was a bit like showing off in front of an expert. Lu Chen smiled at Ying Jun and his sister. It's fine. Oh right, Little Mei, you and Lu Yi can join Wild Waves in the future. Little Mei was a little flattered. Can I? My skills aren't as good as Yi Yi's. I didn't even join the main team just now. Of course, you can. You're Yi Yi's good friend, so you're my friend. Although Wild Waves isn't a professional team, it's developing quite well. At least you'll be happier there. Besides, isn't your brother there too? After saying that, Lu Chen directly sent out an invitation to join the guild. Nameless directly sent out an invitation to join the guild. Other than the other 4 people who signed for Wild Waves, no one else would receive such treatment. Little May excitedly left Soaring Dragon and accepted Lu Chen's invitation. Soaring Dragon, Old Lu, Winchim, Little Ming, and the others who had been standing high up on the rostrum rushed to the side. Seeing War Sky and the others coming over, Lu Chen smiled and said, "Sorry, I'm poaching you too." "Mr. Nameless, what are you talking about?" Old Lu hurriedly said, "That, we're here to apologize. We didn't know before." Lu Chen raised his hand. "It's normal. I should be thanking you. I've always hoped that Yi could train and improve herself. I'm very satisfied with her performance today." Although Soaring Dragon's management had never valued Lu Yi, they still followed the rules. From the fairness of the competition, it could be seen that in Soaring Dragon, everyone had a chance. Of course, under such management, there was also a lot of pressure. However, it was also this kind of pressure that allowed the silly girl to grow up so quickly. From this point of view, Lu Chen was sincerely grateful to Soaring Dragon. Nameless, who was terrifying on the battlefield, was actually so easygoing in private. Old Lu and the others breathed a sigh of relief. "Alright, it's time for us to leave, wait." Winchim suddenly said. Lu Chen looked at Winchim in surprise. He was very familiar with this woman. He didn't expect that they would meet in the game today. At least in the game, Winchim was really beautiful. She was even more pleasing to the eye than in the video. Lu Chen noticed that there was no live stream logo next to Winchim's avatar. This meant that she had ended her live stream. It was obvious that Winchim was also a little nervous. She hesitated for a moment and walked to Nameless. She first whispered, "Warlord, can I ask you a question alone?" Lu Chen was a little confused, but he still agreed. The others tactfully looked to the side and the 2 of them walked to the side. "What is it? Do you know Mad God?" "Mad God?" Lu Chen didn't expect Winchim to ask this question. Winchim thought that Nameless was a little unhappy and hurriedly explained that, "I know that the only one who can compete with you is Mad God. You're both in Area 122, so the competition should be very fierce. Maybe you've fought in the advanced area. It's not appropriate for me to ask you about Mad God." Lu Chen blinked. This woman's imagination wasn't weak. "He didn't fight Mad God, it's okay, I'm not that petty." "What do you want to know about Mad God?" Winchim saw that Nameless was so open-minded and sighed in relief. Thank you, Warlord. That, if you have the chance to meet Mad God, can you let him read the email? I've been worried about him." "Is this a confession?" Lu Chen was a little surprised. Winchim was a little flustered and hurriedly explained, No, I'm just a streamer. He helped me before, and I've always wanted to thank him if I have the chance." Lu Chen nodded. The name Mad God had almost been forgotten by the outside world except for the personal dungeons that appeared recently. He didn't expect Winchim to be so loyal and still remember Mad God. "Okay, I'll pass on your message if I have the chance." Chapter 154. Lu Yi and Little May both joined Wild Waves, but Lu Chen also said that he wouldn't open a back door for them. If they wanted to gain a foothold in Wild Waves with 500 people, they had to fight for it with their own strength. Lu Chen originally wanted to take Lu Yi to level up, but the silly girl didn't go. "Brother, my level can't compare to yours, but it's considered high among normal players. It wasn't easy for you to establish a level advantage, so don't waste time on me. The competition in Jiutian is so fierce right now, and there are so many variables in Jiutian. If you fall behind by one step, you might lose your previous advantage." Lu Chen looked at Lu Yi in surprise. "Yo, you're so self-aware. TCH, how can your sister not be self-aware? Louis pouted proudly, hurry up and level up, don't think about taking me along, I'll get stronger on my own. Okay. Lu Chen shook his head, right, you're not in Soaring Dragon anymore, hurry up and go home. Pack up your things, we're moving. Moving? Brother, we have a few soldiers here. The boss suddenly called me over. Lu Yi's expression was puzzled. Lu Chen was also wondering what happened to Lu Yi. He turned around and saw that Ying Jun and Little Mei seemed to be offline. What's the situation? At this moment, Lu Chen also received a call. It was from Li Muhua. Brother Chen, I've already sent someone to pick up your sister. They'll be home in about 30 minutes. We'll take care of the information from Soaring Dragon, Little Mei, and Ying Jun, so you don't have to worry. You're moving too fast. Speaking of which, aren't you guys protecting a bit too much? There's no other way, you're the most important person to protect right now. I'll tell you something, but don't spread it. Right now, in some Western countries, there are already 3 episodes of vicious real-life PK incidents. Offline real-life PK. It's normal for real-life PK to happen in-game. I've seen it happen a few times in internet cafes. No, you didn't get the news, so it's normal for you to think so. From what we know, these 3 incidents were even more organized and planned. However, you're right. These are isolated cases. It's normal for a few cases to occur among 4 billion players. However, we have to pay attention to the fact that Zhou influence is too great. The business opportunities derived from the game are getting bigger and bigger. Once it's linked to profits, this kind of thing will happen more often. Lu Chen nodded. That was true. Zhou had only been online for a little over a month, but the highest number of players online had already exceeded 4 billion, which meant that 1/5 of the world's population was playing the game at the same time. Coupled with some of the uniqueness of the game itself, it was like a second world outside the real world. It would be strange if there weren't many business opportunities. When the forces of all sides converged, the wrestling between them would become more frequent, and the competition for benefits would become more intense. No matter how strong he was in the game, he was still a mortal in real life. Even if he was shot, wouldn't he still die? From the looks of it, this is still a rare occurrence. Tianhang has suppressed it, and the situation has not escalated. Most of the players have not developed to the stage of real-life PK, but it is still necessary for us to take precautions. Li Muhua's tone was much more serious this time. He was not joking. Anyway, just play the game normally. I will take care of the offline matters. Although Lu Chen did not take this matter too seriously, he had no reason to reject an additional layer of protection. Okay, thanks. After hanging up, Lu Chen finally understood what was going on with his sister, Ying Jun, and Little Mei. Lu Chen did not know how long Ying Jun and the others would take. The city was also safe, so he did not wait for them and directly left the Celestial Mountain King City. This time, when he accompanied Lu Yi to participate in the Team PK competition, Lu Chen more or less obtained some information about the Celestial Beast. That guy should be hiding in the Stormy Pond, and the 72 Pillars of Flame might be its skill or talent. As for the damage, Lu Chen had already experienced it. Once hit, it would deal 10,000 damage. It can't insta-kill me, but it might not be enough for me to kill it. Lu Chen pondered. I have to continue evolving. To evolve, Lu Chen lacked primordial materials. Currently, the only thing that was related to primordial was the primordial battlefield. However, the primordial battlefield was blocked by the moon-worshipping blood pool, an overpowered map. Let's go to Fiend City to level up and see if there are any dungeons or secret lands. Thinking up to this point, Lu Chen headed straight for the level 30 map. Blood Fiend macaques could be seen everywhere in Fiend City. However, this time, Lu Chen did not head towards the area with the most macaques. He had already explored that area on the map. There was nothing special there. After walking about 400 to 500 meters away from the ruined walls of Fiend City, the surrounding forest gradually became sparse. Lu Chen carefully observed the changes in his surroundings. At the same time, he walked along the edge of his personal map and explored the entire map. There are fewer monkeys, but the monsters are so sparse in such a large map. Won't it be a waste? Lu Chen was a little puzzled. Let's head south. If there aren't any monsters, then there's nothing to see in Fiend City. Sticking close to the rocky mountain, Shifeng headed south. Before long, the path ahead was blocked by another mountain. He had already explored this part of Fiend City. Damn it, there's nothing here. How many levels do they want me to grind so I can barge into the moon-worshipping blood pool? Blood poison was a HP removal type damage, and it was a percentage damage. Increasing one's maximum HP didn't seem to be of much use. Damn, this is a little difficult. Lu Chen shook his head. Just as he was about to return to the ruined Fiend City, a faint sound suddenly came from behind him. Lu Chen stopped in his tracks and listened carefully. The sound of water. Whoosh! 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 The faint sound of water flowing came from behind the mountain. Judging by the size of the mountain, if there was water flowing on the other side of the mountain, he wouldn't be able to hear it. So why was he able to hear it now? Lu Chen walked up to the rock wall and pressed his ear against it. Whoosh! Whoosh! Sure enough, there was the sound of water flowing. Lu Chen took 2 steps back and carefully examined the rock wall in front of him. It was about a dozen meters tall, and its sides were as neat as a knife. There were only a few unknown plants growing on it. Could it be a secret door? After touching the rock wall back and forth, Lu Chen couldn't find anything like a switch. What should he do if he couldn't find the key to the safe? There seemed to be only one answer. Lu Chen pulled out Tiger Whip and took a few steps back. Tiger descends the mountain. Bang! 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 The rock wall emitted the sound of metal colliding, but there was no indication of his HP. Just as Lu Chen was in despair, a system notification suddenly appeared. There was actually movement on the rock wall. There was a rumbling sound, and the surrounding ground shook slightly. Then, 2 lines of words appeared on the surface of the rock wall. Strength testing rock door. Based on the test results of the strength testing, dungeons with different rewards will be opened. Lu Chen frowned. What the hell? What kind of weird gameplay did Heavenly Travel's designers come up with this time? Chapter 155. According to the introduction of the strength testing stone door, a dungeon with different rewards would be opened based on the player's strength. It's testing strength. It was rare for a dungeon to appear, so Lu Chen patiently tried to solve the puzzle. No wonder weapons don't work. It's not testing attack power, it's testing strength in 3 dimensions. If it's testing strength, wouldn't it be enough to obtain my character's attributes? How do I test this? Lu Chen tried touching the stone wall and realized that after the strength testing stone door was activated, the surface of the stone wall became less rigid. As he squeezed hard with his fingers, a line of small words appeared on the strength testing stone door. Only strength that you can control is your true strength. What does that mean? To obtain a more realistic gaming experience, please activate the pain system. The ratio should not be lower than 10%. After activation, you can test your strength. Damn, I need to activate the pain system. Jiutian used the technology of connecting the brain nerves to the quantum body to replicate the body. There was a pain system in the game, but when entering the game, it was turned off by default. Most players didn't know how to activate the pain system. Would they die from the pain of fighting a monster? Wasn't that just asking for trouble? However, there was a group of people. Lu Chen had seen an organization on the official website called Fearless Adventurers. This group of people believed that Tianqing had provided a game that was comparable to the real world. For people who could only live on Earth their whole lives, the Jotian world was like a brand new world. Since there was an opportunity to adventure in a new world, then people should not be afraid of anything. They should open their arms and carefully experience everything in this new world, including pain and even death. Lu Chen always felt that this was a stupid decision. A game was a game. Was there a need to make it so real? However, what he was facing now was the strength-testing stone door. Only strength that you can control is your true strength. Lu Chen experienced this sentence. I have more than 1,000 points of strength, but the effect of strength is mutual. I can use more than 1,000 points of strength, but that doesn't mean I can withstand more than 1,000 points of strength. The purpose of the stone door was not simply to test the player's strength, but to test the strength that the player could withstand. Lu Chen was a little afraid of pain, but if he couldn't pass this dungeon, he still couldn't think of a way to pass the moon-worshipping blood pool. We definitely have to try. Lu Chen stared at the stone door. The surface of the stone door has turned into a rubber-like material. If I only turn on 10% of the pain system, it won't hurt too much. Besides, it's just opening a door. You can just close it after you enter. Thinking of this, Lu Chen put Tiger's Sob back and took 2 steps back. Turn on the pain system and adjust the ratio. Pain tolerance. 10%. Taking a deep breath, Lu Chen looked at his fist and shook his head. Alright, I'll torture myself. Gritting his teeth, Lu Chen stepped forward and punched the stone wall. The moment his fist made contact with the stone wall, Lu Chen could clearly feel the impact of the collision with his fist, as well as the enormous recoil he felt on his arm. Boom! Hey, it doesn't hurt too much. Lu Chen rubbed his fist. He had been in society for so many years, so he could still bear this little pain. Not long after, a row of data appeared on the stone door. Strength test result, strength exertion 91%, 101 points. Congratulations, you have unlocked the Fiend City Ancient Ruins, level 30, level 5 reward instance dungeon. Retest, yes/no, he only used 91% of his strength, but most people's strength would vary from time to time, so it was considered a relatively good performance. If it's over 1,000, then I won't test it. Let's go in first. After choosing no retest, the hidden stone door finally opened slowly. Lu Chen stepped into it as soon as he slept. Inside the strength test stone door, the light was dim. He could vaguely see that the surrounding passageways were paved with stone, very orderly. The surrounding air was filled with a damp and moldy smell. There was a small stream beside Lu Chen's feet. To be precise, it was more like a sewer, and the water flowed into the depths. So the sound came from this sewer. Lu Chen glanced at the direction of the water flow. This could be the drainage system of Fiend City. I'll just follow the direction of the water flow. Before entering the instance dungeon, Lu Chen remembered one thing. Turn off the pain sensing system. Before completing this instance dungeon, you cannot turn off the pain sensing system. Oh my god, do you have to be so screwed? Lu Chen complained. Forget it, 10% isn't much. I'll just turn it on. This time, I'll be able to experience a more realistic journey to another world. Following the direction of the water flow, Lu Chen began to enter the instance dungeon. After walking for a short distance, there were 4 to 5 monsters dressed like monkeys walking around the sewer, 3 spirit fiend macaques. It's different from the ones outside. Lu Chen didn't waste any time. He immediately used Tiger's Roar and activated Great Ravager. Whoosh 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 whoosh. Several sword auras slashed out, rushing towards the group of monkeys. Immune, 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 WTF. Lu Chen almost collapsed. Physical immunity was fine, but there were people who were immune to spiritual attacks. Perhaps it had something to do with the nature of this instance dungeon. After all, the instance dungeon tested strength at the beginning. This meant that the instant's dungeon tested the strength of the body. There's no more AoE attacks. Fuck, let's fight slowly. Lu Chen was about to attack, but the monkeys had already rushed over. GG, GG. The group of monkeys simultaneously used quick movement and pounced towards Lu Chen with strange cries. Only you guys know how to do it. I'm also a monster. Whatever you guys know, I know too. Lu Chen coldly snorted. At the same time, he activated quick movement. A figure instantly flashed in the middle of the 4 to 5 spirit fiend macaques. Frozen roar. At the same time, a ring of ice exploded, sealing all the macaques. Wind force, tiger descends the mountain. Lu Chen continuously activated his skills. Minus 2536, critical hit, minus 674, poisoned, minus 674, poisoned. A series of damage appeared above the target's head. Lu Chen instantly dealt 15,000 plus damage, instantly killing one of the macaques. Their HP is quite high. They have over 10,000 HP, killed Spirit Fiend Macaque, level 3 * elite. Obtained 50,000 ambient spiritual energy. Obtained 10 tier 4 talent fragments. Obtained 10 4-star quality points. Extracted 10 pure spiritual energy. Fuck, 50,000 EXP per macaque. Lu Chen was momentarily stunned. This monkey's EXP was enough to instantly kill the boss, Serapis. Even the materials dropped every 10 pieces. This is the level 5 reward. Awesome. Ding. Obtained macaque leather x10. Obtained macaque teeth x15. Obtained monkey king belt, level 30 blue, x5, Lu Chen almost spat out a mouthful of blood. It was fine if the leather and teeth dropped, but when did the equipment drop every 5 pieces? Moreover, the quality was higher than the monkey spirit belt outside. A level 30 blue belt, and a bunch of it dropped every time. Fuck, does the level 5 reward have to be so extravagant? The benefits brought by this macaque far exceeded Lu Chen's expectations. He began to become more and more interested in this dungeon. The mobs dropped so much. Won't the boss drop a bunch of them? Fuck, let's farm them. As he spoke, Lu Chen's hands did not slow down at all. After a few attacks, he killed another macaque. At this moment, the first spirit fiend macaque broke free from its frozen state. It let out a strange cry and pounced towards Lu Chen. -2774269. Fuck, this damage. Lu Chen widened his eyes, looking at the chirpy monkey in front of him in disbelief. Chapter 156. The Spirit Fiend Macaque's attack was off the charts. It was over 2,000 in one go. Lu Chen could not take it. Damn, I actually feel a bit of pain. Lu Chen did not have time to think and quickly killed the first Spirit Fiend Macaque that broke free from the ice. Killed Spirit Fiend Macaque, 3 elite. Captured 50,000 spiritual energy. Obtained rank 4 talent fragment 10. Obtained 4-star quality 10. Extracted pure spiritual energy 10. Ding. Obtained macaque leather x15. Obtained macaque tail x10. Obtained Yao beast core x1. After killing it, it was another 50,000 experience and a pile of materials. Strange, what is a beast core? Why did it only drop 1? Lu Chen felt that it was a bit strange. Unfortunately, he did not have time to care about this. It was better to kill these monkeys as soon as possible. Lu Chen quickly switched to headless flying corpse form. The headless flying corpse's ejection was still strong. The remaining 3 spirit fiend macaques' HP quickly decreased. When they broke free from the ice, they only had half of their HP left. After a while, Lu Chen finally killed this wave of macaques. At this time, Lu Chen only had around 10,000 HP left. The monkey's attack might have increased. Their physical attack is too terrifying. Lu Chen drank a bottle of potion. While waiting for his HP to recover, he checked his equipment. The 5 spirit fiend macaques just now pulled out a large pile of equipment. There were dozens of materials and 15 pieces of equipment. They were all level 30 blue grade Monkey King belt. Monkey King belt, level 30 blue, defense, physical defense 32, spiritual defense 4, strength 43, agility 62, physique 48, special effect, after leaving battle, HP recovery speed increases by 70 points. The Monkey King belt's attributes were quite good. The special effect was especially disappointing. The HP recovery effect was not very useful. That's it. What blue-grade equipment? It's just that the basic attributes are a bit higher. The items dropped by these monkeys are not good. But no matter what, level 30 blue-grade equipment was definitely better than the level 24 Monkey King belt. Lu Chen did not say anything and directly equipped it. My HP has increased by almost 1,000. I can barely use it. Lu Chen had a lot of HP and needed some time to recover. Since he was bored, he checked the Monkey King belt one by one. 15 pieces. How about we get a small piece? After looking through 7 or 8 pieces of equipment, the Monkey King's belt's attributes were all the same. The only difference was that there was a slight difference in its HP recovery speed, which hovered between 65 to 80 HP. However, because it only recovered HP after leaving combat, it didn't have much meaning. Lu Chen was too lazy to change it. Looks like the Monkey King's belt doesn't have any good quality items. Lu Chen shook his head and casually displayed the last Monkey King's belt. Upon seeing the attributes of the belt, Lu Chen was stunned. Monkey King belt +1, level 30 blue, defense, physical defense 40, spiritual defense 5, strength 45, agility 65, physique 50, special effect, increase HP regeneration by 95 points after leaving combat. Special effect, increase HP regeneration by 21 points. This time, Lu Chen was a little uneasy. Damn, this is an enhanced Monkey King's belt? Lu Chen was momentarily stunned. Up until now, he had never obtained any enhanced equipment. No one even knew that Jiutian equipment could be strengthened. Could it be that only level 30 equipment can be strengthened? After strengthening by 1 level, the belt's physical defense increased by 8 and spiritual defense increased by 1. There was a small increase in 3D, but the most important thing was that the special effect was clearly strengthened. 95 HP regeneration after leaving combat. The previous highest was around 80 HP. It has increased by a lot. Moreover, there is an additional effect, battle HP regeneration. Although the battle HP regeneration of 21 HP was like a drop in the bucket to Lu Chen, it was still better than nothing. Equipment can actually be strengthened. Then what is the strengthening material? Lu Chen looked at the materials in his bag. Leather, teeth, monkey tail, etc. They were all common materials. However, when he looked at the demon beast core, it actually said, strengthening material. Oh. It's you. Damn, I was wondering why the others dropped 10 by 10. Only you dropped 1 by 1. Not only did the cores drop 1 by 1, but not every monster dropped them. In this wave of 5 monsters, only 1 core dropped. Lu Chen took out the core and took off the +1 Monkey King's belt. He tried to put the core on the belt. Demon Beast Core's spiritual energy is insufficient. Please pour in pure spiritual energy. Lu Chen picked up the core alone and immediately received the option to focus on pure spiritual energy. Pour in. A level 30 Demon Beast core consumed 300 points of pure spiritual energy. This time, Lu Chen tried to put the core on the belt again. Missing 2 similar pieces of equipment. Fortunately, there were enough Monkey King's belts in his bag. Lu Chen gritted his teeth and took out 2. This should be enough. A level 30 Demon Beast Core, 2 Monkey King's Belts, and 1 Monkey King's Belt to be strengthened floated in front of Lu Chen. Strengthen. A blue light flashed, and the 4 items suddenly merged into one. Lu Chen hurriedly looked at the new belt's attributes. Monkey King's Belt plus 2, level 30 blue, defense, physical defense 48, spiritual defense 6, strength 48, agility 69, physique 53, special effect, after leaving combat, HP regeneration increased by 135 points. Special effect, HP regeneration increased by 41 points. The basic attributes didn't increase by much, but the special effects increase is quite obvious. Lu Chen frowned. If there are other battle HP regeneration equipment here, I'll strengthen it. Maybe I can pass the moon-worshipping blood pool. Thinking of this, Lu Chen put on the belt and put away his bag. Okay, since that's the case, let's farm. About half an hour later, after farming 12 waves of spirit fiend macaques. There weren't many monsters here, and the killing speed wasn't fast, but the rewards were very considerable. 5 waves, that was 250,000 experience. 12 waves of spirit fiend macaques would be 3 million experience. His experience of level 30 had increased by almost a third. In addition, Lu Chen had accumulated hundreds of materials in his bag. There were actually 180 Monkey King's belts. From afar, his bag was full of blue Monkey King's belts. Damn, I've never farmed so many blue equipment in my life. Is this free? Lu Chen went to the front to take a look. In the ruins not far away, there was an open area with a big boss standing there. The boss finally appeared. Let's recover to full health first. Taking advantage of the recovery time, Lu Chen checked the equipment in his bag. He locked onto the belt that had better HP regeneration after leaving battle. These could be used as the main body for strengthening in the future. Let's upgrade the belt again. 2 to 3 required 1 beast core and 3 pieces of equipment of the same type. Lu Chen casually found 3 ordinary belts as materials. After injecting pure spiritual energy, he began to strengthen them. Strengthening successful. Obtained Monkey King's Belt plus 3, check the equipment. Monkey King's Belt plus 3, unable to be strengthened, defense, physical defense 54, spiritual defense 7, strength 54, agility 73, physique 62, special effect, after leaving battle, HP regeneration increased by 178, special effect, HP regeneration increased by 64, it can't be strengthened? I wonder if level 30 equipment can only strengthen 3 or blue equipment can only strengthen 3. It's okay. After all, it's blue equipment dropped by small monsters. The attributes can't be compared to the boss. This HP regeneration is already good. I hope the boss can drop some HP regeneration equipment to help me cross the moon-worshipping blood pool. Putting away the equipment, Lu Chen got up and entered the boss territory. The boss in front of him was 7 to 8 meters tall. Its 2 long arms could almost touch the ground. Its whole body was covered in golden hair. Its portrait showed, golden-haired blood fiend macaque, level 35. Brother monkey, don't disappoint me. Xiao Min, go invisible. Let's go. Chapter 157. Lu Chen quickly approached the golden-haired macaque like an assassin. Just as Lu Chen was quietly approaching the boss, someone suddenly knocked on his gaming helmet. Brother, I'm back. Oh, be quiet. There's cola in the fridge. Wait for me, I'm fighting the boss. Fighting the boss. Brother, can I watch it? Watch it. Turn on your helmet's Bluetooth. I'm having a face-to-face video call. Louie hurriedly threw her bag on Lu Chen's bed, put on her helmet, and sat beside Lu Chen. After Lu Chen turned on the corresponding function, Louie could watch Lu Chen's battle. Fuck. Brother, what kind of boss is this? It's so big, and you're fighting it alone. What else can I do? Lu Chen was not in a hurry. After all, he still had a long time to be invisible. Moreover, there was another benefit to Lu Yi's return. Xiao Min's active stealth cooldown had been reduced by half. Players who played the stealth style all knew that having a stealth cooldown was absolutely beneficial to the stealth style. I'm going to start fighting the boss. Okay. Lu Yi obediently sat at the side and watched the battle. Tiger descends the mountain. Lu Chen roared and immediately activated his strongest single-target special effect. Before the golden-haired macaque could discover Lu Chen suddenly appeared and attacked fiercely. -648, -653, poisoned, -653, poisoned, -2340, double critical hit, -653, poisoned, -653, poisoned. A large number of numbers appeared on top of the golden-haired macaque's head. The golden-haired macaque's health instantly dropped by a large chunk. In addition, the Zombie King's mask's meridian blockage was also triggered. Above the boss's head floated a symbol of silence and slow. Only 90,000 health. I can deal 15,000 plus damage with a single tiger descends the mountain. 6 times is enough. The boss seemed to be abnormally angry at being ambushed. It roared and attacked with its claw. 7223. The macaque's attack was fast. After the first attack, before Lu Chen could dodge, the second claw was about to hit him. Oh my god. This attack is too inhumane. Lu Chen's eyes widened. This damage was over 7,000. It wasn't much different from the 72 pillars of heaven's flames. The second attack was about to arrive. Icebound roar. An ice ring exploded just in time. The boss's hand, which was about to reach Lu Chen's face, was frozen solid. Motherfucker, this attack has points. And he's still so fast. Damn, I can actually feel pain all over my body. Lu Chen wasn't greedy for the few attacks that came after the freeze, and he quickly pulled away. This boss had obviously been strengthened. Now, Lu Chen was regretting that he had tested the strength of 1,000 plus. Otherwise, he would not have encountered such a strong boss. This is what it means to have high returns and high risks. The boss quickly broke free from the frozen state and chased after Lu Chen on all fours. Although the boss had broken free from the frozen state, the blocked meridians lasted for 10 seconds. With a 40% speed reduction, Monkey was very anxious, but he could not catch up to Lu Chen. This guy is so fast. He can still run so fast even with a 40% speed reduction. When he recovers, I definitely won't be able to outrun him. Xiao Min, turn invisible, quick. Boss, there are still 17 seconds. Lu Chen really hoped that Lu Yi would have said a few more words to him just now, so that he could survive the 17 seconds. Unfortunately, the invisibility was not done yet. Lu Chen could only run as fast as he could. Wind blast. Lu Chen quickly increased his movement speed and pulled away as much as possible. Not long after, the boss's speed reduction and silence disappeared, and his speed suddenly increased. Bang! 4 words appeared above the boss's head. Rapid movement. Lu Chen widened his eyes and stared at the boss. If the boss closed in on him, he definitely wouldn't be able to last 3 seconds. He also had rapid movement, and the distance was not short. This was his only life-saving skill now. However, the definition of rapid movement was not a simple movement, but a sudden increase in speed. During this period, he could change directions, use skills, and attack. If Lu Chen used rapid movement at the same time as the boss, he might still be caught. Now, Lu Chen had to survive the last 17 seconds. Lu Chen's breathing obviously became faster. This was the first time he had been so close to death. At this time, Lu Chen suddenly thought of what it would feel like to die when the 10% pain system was turned on. To a certain extent, the golden-haired spiritual macaque was harder to deal with than Cenobus. Cenobus's attack was high, but it was not agile. This guy's agility was higher than Lu Chen's. Lu Chen had come too early. When a normal player's strength reached 1000, they would be around level 40. At that time, not only would their equipment add a lot of physical defense, but their skills and equipment's special effects would also be incomparable to Lu Chen's. Fuck, so the plan was to let me experience death? Lu Chen snorted. You're too naive. Seeing the boss pounce at Lu Chen at a speed that was hard to catch with the naked eye, Lu Yi was dumbfounded. This was the boss that her brother usually fought. 7,000 plus HP with one slap. Other players' physical attacks could not even break through her brother's defense. Moreover, with that attack speed, if it wasn't for her brother's excellent control, he could have at least slapped twice more. By then, he would have lost more than half of his HP. And this rapid movement, as long as it collided with her brother, he might have been killed instantly. How was her brother going to resolve it? Or rather, could he resolve it? The boss instantly appeared in front of Lu Chen. At this time, its thick arm was already in a descending state. It seemed that while it was moving, it had already made an attack move. This slap would only take a few tenths of a second to land. Just as the boss giant claw was about to land, Lu Chen roared, "Rapid movement." When the boss saw that Lu Chen was about to run, it grabbed at him with its arm. In Jiutian, to avoid normal attacks, the only way was to escape the attack's range. Otherwise, it would definitely hit. However, just as the giant claw was about to land, the shadow slipped away from its fingertips. Lu Yi covered her mouth in shock. Oh my god, it seemed like a close call, but her brother had already thought of the only possible countermeasure in his mind. The boss' rapid movement speed and distance were likely to be greater than Lu Chen's. Therefore, Lu Chen did not use rapid movement at the beginning because he might be caught if he used it. When the boss flashed in front of Lu Chen, he could already confirm that the boss' rapid movement had been used up. At this time, Lu Chen had to use rapid movement to have a chance of escaping. The boss only raised its hand for a moment to attack, and only in this moment, he had to escape the boss attack range. This required an accurate estimation of the boss attack range. And Lu Chen only relied on the experience of being attacked once before to control the boss attack range to a millimeter. If he did not do everything to the extreme, Lu Chen would definitely not be able to escape the boss attack. Brother, you're too strong. Strong my ass, I almost died. After putting some distance between them, Lu Chen also heaved a sigh of relief. He still had the mood to talk to Lu Yi. Xiao Min, are you done? Boss, I'm done. Okay, it's our turn this time. Go invisible. Chapter 158. He didn't have any experience before, but now Lu Chen already knew the boss routine. High physical attack, high attack speed, high movement speed. Patience was a must when facing this kind of boss. Lu Chen waited until Xiao Min's invisibility was on cooldown before launching the second wave of attacks. Fierce Tiger descends the mountain. This time, it was a triple critical hit, dealing 18,000 plus damage. In addition, Fierce Tiger descends the mountain and the Tiger Demon bloodline allowed Lu Chen to deal 6 damage in one attack. This greatly increased the chances of triggering meridian blockage. The boss was silenced and slowed again. Without waiting for the boss to react, Lu Chen immediately used Frozen Roar to seal the boss, then quickly retreated. The duration of Frozen Roar was 2 to 7 seconds. The specific duration depended on the strength of the summoner. With the boss's strength, it could only freeze for 2 seconds. However, in these 2 seconds, Lu Chen had pulled enough distance. After another 3 or 4 seconds, Lu Chen rushed in and entered invisibility. The boss's head was still bleeding, and this part of the damage was not to be underestimated. After 2 waves of attacks, the boss's HP was reduced by half. Throughout the whole process, Louis was shocked and didn't dare to make a sound. At this moment, she suddenly heard Lu Chen talking to her. Hey, is your friend Xiaomei okay? There were quite a lot of things happening recently. Li Muhua said that he would deal with Xiaomei and Ing Jun, which made Lu Chen think of some Hong Kong, Taiwan, and American dramas. There's often a saying. Only the dead are useful in keeping secrets. However, this was just his imagination. Li Muhua and the others wouldn't do this, right? What can happen to her? She's fine. Lu Chen shook his head. He was thinking too much. While talking, the cooldown of invisibility was almost over. Lu Chen quietly approached and waved his two swords, dealing another 15,000 plus damage. The boss was quite depressed now. It had a lot of skills but couldn't hit anyone. With this back and forth, the boss HP was almost empty by the fourth attack. However, Lu Chen was still waiting for stealth to cool down. After ensuring that nothing went wrong, he finished off the boss with his fifth attack. Killed, golden-haired demonic macaque, level 30 strength enhanced boss. Obtained 300,000 auras. Obtained 10 6th rank talent fragments. Obtained 10 6th rank evolution points. Damn, this tier 6 material drops fucking 2 million reputation points. Lu Chen exclaimed excitedly. Ding. Obtained, Monkey King Strength Boots, level 30 purple, asterisk 5, Golden Spear Strength Ring, level 30 blue, asterisk 5, level 30 Monster Core, green, asterisk 5. There seemed to be a pile of materials behind him, but Lu Chen was too lazy to look at them. Speaking of which, the purple equipment dropped in 5 pieces. Was this the world of the nouveau riche? Brother, did something good drop? Purple boots, blue ring, beast cores, and a bunch of materials. Oh my god, purple boots. This is the first item in the entire server. I think so. Lu Chen took out the boots to check. It'll be great if there's an enhancement. Monkey King Strength Boots, level 30 purple, defense, physical defense 89, spiritual defense 14, defense is still okay. Strength 300, agility 50, vitality 50, damn, this property, no wonder it's called strength boots. It's too biased. It was Lu Chen's first time getting a piece of equipment with this kind of property in the Jotian. Special Effect 1, Quick Movement. Explodes out the potential of the monkey spirit's agility. Move a maximum of 10 plus 5, meters in 5 seconds. While moving, it will not affect other skills. Cooldown, 120 to 60 seconds. Special Effect 2, increase quick movement by 50%. Reduce cooldown by 50%. Lu Chen blinked his eyes. First, Lu Chen understood why Special Effect 1 increased the distance and cooldown. It was because of Special Effect 2. Naturally, this special effect had been weakened. When the boss used it, the distance it moved exceeded 25 meters. But this was not the main point. The main point was that the special effect of the boots was the same as the monkey spirit's bloodline talent. The developers of Heavenly Travel were crazy, but he had to admit that their standards were high. They would not repeat such a low-level effect. Is there a possibility? Lu Chen frowned. The equipment's special effect and talent are separate, and their cooldowns are independent. That means, when I wear these boots, I have 2 quick movements. Also, does the enhancement of special effect 2 increase my talent? Thinking of this, Lu Chen put on the strength boots first, then opened the character panel. Monkey Spirit Bloodline, level 4, move a maximum of 20 plus 10, meters in 5 seconds. Cooldown, 120 to 60 seconds. Damn, it's really an enhancement. This is awesome. The enhancement effect had been confirmed. Now, it was time to see if the 2 quick movements had independent cooldowns. Lu Chen used the boot's special effect once, then immediately looked at his talent. The skill was ready. He used it again. This time, Lu Chen rushed out 30 meters. This time, Lu Chen could not remain calm. Ha 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 ha, awesome. The skill's cooldown is independent. I can use quick movements twice every 60 seconds. No, I have to try again. I have to use the two skills together. When the two quick movements were off cooldown, Lu Chen rushed out 45 meters in 1 second. In the blink of an eye, he had rushed from one end of the boss room to the other. Ha 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 ha, awesome. Normally, when players obtained the Monkey King's War Boots, a 15-meter rapid movement every 60 seconds was already very powerful. However, Lu Chen had an even better Monkey Spirit Bloodline innate skill. With this innate skill, the Monkey Spirit Bloodline innate skill was more than twice as powerful. The Jyotian game experience was very realistic. Lu Chen was instantly immersed in the joy of transforming into the Flash. For a moment, he could only see a figure flying in and out of the boss room, a man like the wind. Ahahaha. This is so fun. Suddenly, a faint voice sounded. Brother, what's wrong with you? What kind of skill is this? Hee, isn't it cool? Cool my ass, I can't even see it clearly. How is your skill stronger than the boss? In the blink of an eye, he was gone. Hee, don't worry. I'll leave you one. Oh, right, let's see if there are any enhanced boots. Lu Chen finally settled down and began to check the other boots. It's not enhanced. It's not there either, Lu Yi almost broke down. Brother, didn't you say there were only 2 pieces of equipment? Did you copy and paste these? Yes, there were only 2 pieces. Oh, I didn't make it clear. The boss can drop 5 pieces of equipment at once. Pooh, Louis vomited blood. 5 pieces of purple equipment at once? Yes, this is a level 5 reward dungeon. At the beginning, you have to test your strength. I'll explain it to you later when we eat. Let me see if there are any enhanced boots. Enhanced? What the hell is that? +3. Damn. I'm rich. Lu Chen opened his eyes wide and looked at the boots in front of him. Chapter 159. Monkey King Strength War Boots +3, Defense, 119 Physical Defense, 24 Spiritual Defense, Strength, 390, Agility, 65, Constitution, 65, Special Effect 1, Rapid Movement, explodes out the potential of the Monkey King's agility. Maximum movement distance of 25, 16 + 9, meters in 0, 5 seconds. Movement does not affect the release of other skills. Cooldown, 50, 120 to 70 seconds, Special Effect 2, increase maximum rapid movement distance by 59%. Reduce cooldown by 59%. The base attributes of the enhanced war boots did not increase by much, but the special effect was greatly improved. Reduced the cooldown by 59%. Damn, I can use quick movement twice in 50 seconds. Oh right, the equipment did not say that it has been enhanced to the upper limit. This means that it can still be enhanced. Lu Chen immediately used the +3 war boots as the base and began to enhance. Requires level 30 beast core, green, Purple enhancement requires a green beast core. Luckily, I have 5. Lu Chen took out the green beast core without hesitation. The green beast core required 500 points of pure aura. Luckily, he had obtained a few hundred points of pure aura from this dungeon. It was barely enough. Other than the beast core, the enhancement also required 3 other similar equipment. Damn, the enhancement is so expensive. I don't care, upgrade it to 4. Enhance. The Monkey King War Boots was enhanced to 4. The base attributes did not increase by much. The highest increase was in strength, which increased by 420 points. The key was still the special effect. The maximum rapid movement distance became 20 plus 13, 33 meters. The cooldown became 120 to 78, which only required a short 42 seconds. Level 30 purple can only be enhanced to +4, but this attribute is already very powerful. Lu Chen nodded with satisfaction. 420 points of strength, the increase in strength is too fierce. Since the strength war boots increased a lot of strength, Lu Chen was also interested in the blue equipment, Monkey King Ring of Strength. Monkey King Ring of Strength, attack, physical attack 40 to 52, spiritual attack 10, strength 120, agility 20, constitution 20, special effect, increase attack speed by 10%. The Ring of Strength had exceeded Lu Chen's expectations. My strength has increased by a lot. Although the equipment's special effect is only passive, the attack speed increase is not bad. Let's see if I can enhance to 3. Monkey King Ring of Strength +3, attack, physical attack 55 to 67, attack 13, strength 180, agility 35, constitution 35, special effect, increase attack speed by 20% after strengthening. His strength immediately soared to 180, and his attack speed increased by 20%. His attributes even surpassed that of a purple equipment. After equipping the 2 new pieces of equipment, Lu Chen looked at his physical attack again. It had already exceeded 2,000. As expected of a level 5 reward dungeon. Lu Chen exclaimed. My only regret is that even though I've increased my strength by a lot, it's still a little difficult to cross the moon-worshipping blood pool. I only have 1 piece of battle HP recovery equipment, so it's still not enough. Lu Chen wondered if he could use haste to force his way through, but after some thought, he gave up on the idea. He had no idea just how large the moon-worshipping blood pool was. If he tried to force his way through, what if he still couldn't escape after dodging several waves of monsters? At that time, he might not be able to come out even if he wanted to. We can't rush the moon-worshipping blood pool. Let's see if there are any other methods. The instance dungeon had been cleared, so Lu Chen temporarily quit the game. Taking off his helmet, Lu Chen knocked on his sister's helmet and said, "Hey, time to go offline." A moment later, Lu Yi took off her helmet and looked at Lu Chen in surprise. "Brother, you're too strong." Lu Chen did not hold back at all. "Why else would I be your brother?" "Stop daydreaming. I'll take you out for dinner first, then we'll come back and pack up. We'll be home for the next 2 days. Okay. That night, the siblings packed up the things in the house. They packed up what needed to be packed and threw away what needed to be thrown away. "Brother, you're throwing away that rice cooker too? It can still be used." Lu Chen laughed. "These appliances have been used for so many years that they're rusty. Just throw them away. Have you forgotten that I just earned 8 million? I know, but I'm still a little reluctant. Maybe I'm used to it." Seeing his sister unwilling to let go of the old rice cooker, Lu Chen felt a little sad. All these years, his younger sister was still very young. Other children had countless toys and endless snacks, but this little girl beside him didn't even have enough to eat. She had suffered with him at a young age, but she had never complained. Girls of Lu Yi's age liked to be pretty. Other people's wardrobes were filled with clothes, but Lu Yi only had a few cheap clothes. She did not even have any cosmetics. The silly girl always said, "Mom and Dad told me to take good care of you, silly girl, we're different now. Even if we can't earn money in the game, we don't have to worry about living anymore." In the past, the siblings did not have a fixed place to stay. It was only when Lu Chen's income stabilized that the two settled down. Therefore, the two did not have much to pack. Lu Chen had already packed some things before, so it only took him 2 hours to finish packing. It's finally done. A car will be able to take it away tomorrow. "Brother, should I make an appointment with the moving company?" "No need, I'll think of something," Lu Chen said. "You stay at home. I'll go find Luo Xiaohei and tell him." "Okay, then I'll go play games." I need to hurry up and level up. Lu Chen smiled. Go ahead. He called Luo Yu and made an appointment to meet downstairs. At night, there were not many people in the equipment area. After going downstairs, Lu Chen saw someone sitting on a bench and smoking. Lu Chen didn't know if it was the environment or if it was just his imagination, but Luo Yu's back seemed a little lonely. Hey Z. Lu Chen walked over. Chen Gu. Luo Yu looked up at Lu Chen. The first thing he did was pass a cigarette to Lu Chen. What a coincidence, I'm home today. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to find me. Lu Chen took the cigarette. Xiaohei, I'm here to say goodbye. I'll be moving out tomorrow. I already told the landlord. Huh? You're moving out? Luo Yu was surprised. Lu Chen knew Luo Yu would be surprised, but in order not to trouble Luo Yu, Lu Chen didn't plan on telling him where he was moving to. Don't ask too much about He Zi moving out. You've been taking care of me and Yi all these years. I never had the chance to thank you. Chen Gu, what are you saying? If you thank me, then you're treating me like an outsider. Besides, you've taught me a lot over the years. No, you're just moving out. It's not like we'll never see each other again. Why are you so sad? Chen Gu, since you told me not to ask too much, then I won't ask. I just want to ask, do you still see me as a brother? Duh, of course. Lu Chen replied with certainty. Luo Yu nodded. I've been in society for a long time now. Now I understand that in life, you can have as many fair-weather friends as you want, but it's good enough to have one true friend. Chen Gu, I'll say it again. If you need anything from me, Luo Yu, feel free to call me. Lu Chen nodded, stood up, and raised his hand. I'll remember. We'll always be brothers. Luo Yu gripped Lu Chen's hand tightly. Yes, we'll always be brothers. Chapter 160. Early the next morning, the moving company's car arrived at Lu Chen's house. The siblings looked back at Happiness Neighborhood and got into the car. When they got into the car, Lu Yi realized that the people who came to help them move were none other than Li Muhua and the others. Ah, it's you guys. Lu Yi was surprised. Li Muhua adjusted his hat and said helplessly, your brother asked us to come. How could we not come? Lu Chen smiled. I was afraid that you guys were going to talk to the moving company again, so I called you guys directly. Seeing how fast you guys moved, I'm sure you guys are in Jiangcheng. Li Muhua couldn't help but laugh. Ha ha ha, alright, we have to thank you for helping you move. Nameless bro is really good at scheming. You're welcome, Lu Chen said casually. Half an hour later, the car arrived at the villa area in Sunshine Neighborhood. Bro, did we go to the wrong place? Lu Yi looked around at the exquisite and luxurious villas and seemed a little unnatural. Lu Yi, your brother didn't tell you that he bought a villa? Li Muhua looked at Lu Yi in amusement. A villa? Bro, didn't we see a high-rise villa last time? Lu Yi was shocked. Lu Chen smiled and shook his head. Lu Yi really didn't pay attention to the outside world. It seemed like she didn't know about the auction at Wild Waves. Just that auction alone had a turnover of more than 14 million. Lu Yi, you don't know how valuable your brother's equipment is. Moreover, it's not something you can buy just because you want to. So many people are fighting to buy it, right, Bro Chen? Right your head, you can't drive properly. Lu Chen rolled his eyes at Li Muhua. Li Muhua quickly stuck out his tongue and didn't dare to say more. Lu Chen bought Villa A16. This villa had the best location. It was far from the other villas and was quiet. There was a man-made stream behind the house and the surrounding greenery was done well. Even the courtyard in front of the house was slightly bigger than the other villas. The house that Su Xiaowei had chosen for Lu Chen was absolutely flawless. The car stopped in front of the garage next to the main body of the villa. When the car stopped, 3 strong young men got out of the car and helped Lu Chen and his sister move. Louis, Chen Gu, let them move. My people have plenty of strength. Let's rest for a while. Li Muhua wasn't polite at all to his own people. Hey, Lu Chen, why are you buying a car? It's such a waste to leave such a big garage empty. Lu Chen thought for a moment. Although we don't go out much, we still need to use a car sometimes. Let's buy one later. If you have time, go and learn how to drive first. After you learn how to drive, go and buy one. I'm too lazy to drive. Lu Chen turned back and said. Lu Yi blinked. Brother, can you be any lazier? Li Muhua suddenly said, since you haven't bought it, then don't buy it. I heard that on the 50th day of Jiutian's launch, Tianqing is planning to organize an event. The reward is a limited edition sports car from Tianqing. They even released the concept art. There's only one car in each server. You can't buy it even if you want to. Huh? There's such a thing. Lu Chen hadn't paid attention to the official website for a while. Lu Yi, on the other hand, spent all her time leveling up. Of course, she wouldn't care either. Why are you siblings the same? You don't even look at the official website. Li Muhua was very anxious. He took out his tablet and opened the official website. There were a few banners floating on the official website. A warm celebration for 9 Heavens domain breaking to 5 billion online players. A global celebration for Jiutian's 50th day of launch. Temporary closure of all servers. 5 billion players competing for the limited edition of 200 Chameleon Supercar. Li Muhua swiped his finger and the image of the supercar was projected on the tablet. The official website showed a silver supercar, but it was said that there were a few colors to choose from. Tianqing's supercar was streamlined and had a pleasing metallic feel to it. The body structure was powerful and technologically advanced. The car was equipped with ergonomic leather seats, Tianqing's self-developed virtual projection front window, and a driverless operating system. Damn, this car. Let me tell you, I'm drooling just by looking at it. Li Muhua looked at the projection of the car and couldn't help but exclaim, others are still developing it as a concept car, but Tianqing has already made it. Oh, let me tell you, the exterior of this car can be coated with illusions. What do you mean? Lu Chen asked, puzzled. I mean, you don't need me to explain Tianqing's technology, right? By changing the exterior coating, it can mimic other cars of the same size. Damn, that's awesome. Of course, why else would it be called a chameleon? Brother Chen, there are 200 of these cars in the world, one for each server. They'll never be produced again. You have to get your hands on one. I won't ask you to lend it to me, just let me sit in it. The chameleon was indeed very cool. Lu Chen was a little moved. What's the event about? Tianqing didn't announce it. They said that after the servers merge, the players will be notified through the system. Lu Chen nodded. Then we'll talk about it when the time comes. The furniture was quickly moved. Lu Chen and his sister came to the villa. Their furniture was not enough to fit in such a big villa. Brother Chen, I'll come over tonight to set up a surveillance and anti-theft system. If anything happens, you can contact us directly through the anti-theft system. Li Muhua smiled. Since you already know, I won't hide it from you. We're staying nearby, so call us if anything happens. Lu Chen nodded. Okay. After Li Muhua and the others left, Louis finally let loose. She looked around the kitchen, the balcony, and then upstairs. Brother, which room is mine? There are so many rooms here. Up to you. Ha, I want to stay next to you. Which room are you staying in? Come up quickly. Seeing his sister so happy, Lu Chen felt more satisfied than when he got a purple equipment for the first time. He smiled as he walked upstairs. You're already so old, yet you insist on staying next to me. What if I bring my girlfriend back next time? I don't care. I've been with you since I was young anyway. Lu Chen stroked Lu Yi's hair and brought her to choose a room. After a busy day, the siblings finished building their new house and went shopping for daily necessities. The home appliances would be delivered in a few days, so they had to make do for the time being. Lu Yi had already logged into the game. Wild Waves had an event today. They were going to raid the first floor of the underground mine, so Lu Yi rushed to participate. Lu Chen also put on his helmet. If we have time, we can buy 2 gaming cabins, Lu Chen said as he entered the game. As soon as he entered the game, he stood in front of the smooth stone wall of the Fiend City ruins. Let's do a dungeon first. Lu Chen touched the stone wall, and 2 lines of words appeared on the stone wall. Dungeons with different rewards will be opened according to the test results of the physical test. Physical test? That's not right. Wasn't it strength last time? Lu Chen frowned, but on second thought, he suddenly realized a problem. During the strength test, the boss dropped strength equipment, and the equipment's effects were all offensive. Then, during the physique test, would the boss drop physique equipment, health buffs, or even health recovery equipment? Chapter 161. Physique Test. As soon as Lu Chen's voice fell, his HP quickly decreased. During the strength test, Lu Chen used his strength to attack the stone door. But now, he was testing his physique. After Lu Chen prepared for the test, Lu Chen suddenly felt a slight pain in his chest. Lu Chen didn't feel this small pain. At the same time, the stone wall displayed the results of Lu Chen's physique test. Physique test result, 1233, status, 93%, physique test completed. Level 5 reward instance dungeon unlocked. It's already 1200 points, and it's still a level 5 reward instance dungeon. Lu Chen was a bit confused about the instance dungeon standards. Forget it, I'll retest it the next time it becomes a strength instance dungeon. The instance dungeon's door was already open. Lu Chen didn't care about the future and entered the instance dungeon first. The instance dungeon's map had also changed. The monsters changed from spirit macaques to stone macaques, and their HP had greatly increased. However, although their HP was high, their attack was low. Lu Chen had changed 2 pieces of equipment, and his strength had greatly increased. His defense was already over 700. These macaques only dealt 200 to 300 damage to him. The physique instance dungeon is much easier than the strength instance dungeon. After Lu Chen tested a wave of monsters and saw that there was no danger, he pulled several waves of monsters until he arrived in front of the boss room. 20 minutes later, Lu Chen cleared the monsters. Killed Stone Macaque, 3 * Elite. Captured 50,000 World Aura. Obtained rank 4 Talent Fragment. Obtained 4-star quality points. Extracted Pure Aura 10. Killed Stone Macaque, 3 * Elite. Captured 50,000 World Aura. Obtained rank 4 Talent Fragment. Obtained 4-star quality points. Ding! Obtained Macaque Leather X10, obtained Macaque Teeth X10, obtained Demonic Beast Core X1. Obtained Monkey King's Shoulder Pads, level 30 blue, X5, obtained Monkey King's Cape, level 30 blue, X5, it dropped equipment. It's shoulder pads and cape. It dropped a lot. Let's look at the attributes of the 2 equipment. The shoulder pads added physical defense and spiritual defense. They were average in 3D, around 50. However, Lu Chen was rather excited when he saw the special effects of the shoulder pads. It's HP regeneration. There are both HP regeneration and HP regeneration. What I want is HP regeneration. Looking at the Monkey King's cape, it also provided a small amount of HP recovery effect. A +3 Monkey King's belt could only provide 178 HP recovery and 61 HP recovery. It was like trying to put out a burning cart with a cup of water. However, Lu Chen already had 3 pieces of HP recovery equipment. After the enhancement, the shoulder pads provided 204 HP recovery and 70 HP recovery, while the cloak provided 215 HP recovery and 72 HP recovery. With the 3 pieces of equipment, I can recover 600 HP when I leave combat and 203 HP when I'm in combat. My own vitality can also provide about 50 HP when I'm in combat. Now, I can maintain 250 plus HP when I'm in combat. The moon worshipping blood pool's 0.5% HP loss effect every second was around 100 HP. It could be completely replenished. No, that's not right. The blood poison curse of the moon worshipping disciples can stack the blood poison effect, and each stack adds up to over 200 HP. It should be about the same as my current battle recovery. However, I don't know how big the moon worshipping blood pool is. Lu Chen had played until now. Although there were a few dangerous situations, he had never really died. In fact, Lu Chen always had a guess. He was different from ordinary players. Even if he was wearing human skin, he was still a wild monster. If a human player died, they could revive in the Immortal Mountains reincarnation realm. However, if he died, where would he revive? Or whether he could revive? Based on this consideration, Lu Chen wanted to play it safe if the conditions allowed. The boss was called Golden-Haired Stone Skin Ape. It looked similar to the golden-haired spirit fiend, but it was much less of a threat to Lu Chen. Each attack could only deal 2000 plus HP to Lu Chen. However, it had a lot of HP. With 240,000 HP, Lu Chen would have to stand for half a day to heal. Originally, Lu Chen thought that since there was no threat to his life, it was only a matter of time before he killed the boss. However, when the boss HP fell below 10%, it roared and stomped on the ground, stunning Lu Chen. Then, it stood there alone and recovered HP crazily. Damn! It still has this trick up its sleeve. Lu Chen was dizzy, but he could still see the boss HP skyrocketing. After a while, the boss HP recovered to 90%. Damn, it recovered 200,000 HP. Lu Chen really wanted to vomit blood. I only have 10,000 HP left. I could have easily defeated it. I was lazy before and didn't fight properly. Now, it's like fighting again. When the boss finished recovering its HP, Lu Chen also regained his ability to move. However, he did not dare to underestimate this boss now. Although the golden-furred stone-skinned macaque's attack was not high, its HP was too high. With this recovery skill, it was equivalent to 400,000 HP. It would definitely kill the opponent. Lu Chen hurriedly focused. He used Frozen Roar, Rapid Movement, Vein Blockade, and Stealth. He used everything he could. He used the energy he used to fight the golden-furred demonic macaque to deal with this guy. It can't be that when its HP drops to 10%, it will recover a lot of HP. Lu Chen was still worried about this. After such a long time, the skill should have enough time to cool down. He had to kill the boss when its HP reached 24,000 or more. Lu Chen stared at the boss HP, 50,000. Lu Chen had already started to hold back on using his skills. 40,000, 30,000, 28,000. At this time, if he used 2 critical hits or a triple damage combo, the boss would recover a lot of HP. He could not be greedy anymore. Frozen Roar. Lu Chen saw the opportunity and froze the boss. At this moment, Lu Chen burst out with all his damage. Fierce Tiger descends the mountain. Wind Blast. After one round, Lu Chen burst out with 22,000 plus damage. The boss' huge body twisted crazily in the fridge. It looked like it was about to break out of the ice seal, 4000 HP left. Ah! Hurry up and use vein blockade. Whether or not he could kill the boss would depend on the vein blockade. With a bang, the fridge exploded. Roar! The boss roared angrily. It lifted its huge foot and was about to stomp down. It looked like the boss was about to recover a lot of HP. The 4 words that came late finally appeared. Vein blockade. The boss had already lifted its foot, but it was forcefully held back. With the last attack, Lu Chen finally killed the golden-furred demonic macaque. Damn, that was too close. If I let it recover a lot more HP, my stamina won't be able to keep up. Lu Chen let out a long sigh of relief. Damn, I'd rather fight the golden-furred demonic macaque than the golden-furred demonic macaque. No matter what was said, Lu Chen had finally killed the boss. Killed, golden-furred demonic macaque, level 30 enhanced physique boss. Obtained 300,000 world aura. Obtained 10 rank 6 talent fragments. Obtained 10 rank 6 evolution points. Another 2 million reputation points. Awesome! Lu Chen excitedly said. Ding! Obtained, Monkey King's Vitality Jacket, level 30 purple, *5. Obtained, Monkey King's Vitality Pants, level 30 blue, *5. Obtained, level 30 Monster Core, green, *5. Lu Chen directly checked the equipment stats. This time, his luck was not off the charts. Out of the 5 Monkey King's outfits, the best one was A+1 enhancement. Monkey King's Vitality Jacket +1, level 30 blue, defense, physical defense 94, spiritual defense 30. Just by looking at the defense, the Monkey King's outfits were worthy of being a level 30 purple equipment. His spiritual defense actually increased by 30. It already surpassed the +3 Monkey King's boots. Strength, 55, agility, 55, vitality, 330, special effect. When the Monkey King's HP is lower than 10%, activate the Monkey King's blood reversal. Increase control immunity by 35%. Step on the ground, causing enemies within 15 meters to be stunned for 3 seconds. Obtain the Monkey King's blood reversal effect and recover 80% of your HP within 3 seconds. Cooldown, 600 seconds, damn, this skill is too awesome. No wonder it was so hard to get blocked meridians. Increase control immunity by 35%. Moreover, stun for 3 seconds and recover 80% of your HP in 3 seconds. Isn't this equal to having 2 lives? Ah, with this special effect, maybe I can try the moon-worshipping blood pool. Chapter 162. The level 30 Monkey King physique pants attributes were still heavily skewed. It added 120 points to constitution, but only 20 points to strength and agility. However, the special effect added health recovery after leaving combat and battle recovery. Lu Chen did not hesitate to upgrade it to 3 points and equipped it. My battle recovery is already at 320 points. I should be able to challenge the moon-worshipping blood pool. After a busy day, Lu Chen was also tired. He did not want to challenge the difficult moon-worshipping blood pool in an exhausted state. Early the next morning, Lu Chen bought breakfast and came back. He stretched his muscles and bones in his courtyard. Lu Yi also woke up very early and helped to tidy up the new house. After the siblings were done with their work, they ate breakfast together. As they ate, Lu Yi suddenly said, "Brother, Sister Nguyen seems to like you." Lu Chen almost spat out the soy milk in his mouth. "Don't talk nonsense." "I'm not talking nonsense." Lu Yi looked indifferent. "They don't even know that I'm your sister. Other than brother Ingjun and little Mei, the others only know that I know you. I can feel that Sister Nguyen is especially concerned about you. When it comes to Nameless, she pays special attention." Lu Chen shook his head. "I'm the leader, okay? Of course, I pay attention." don't talk nonsense. How did you feel when you went to Mad Waves yesterday? Very good. I think Sister Nguyen is really a good person. She treats the members equally, and the officials don't put on airs at all. Unlike some guilds, a small official instantly becomes a dog. Lu Yi seemed to have a lot of feelings. Moreover, the guild's potential is greater than I imagined. There are many hidden experts. For example, Brother Ingjun, Brother Sheik, and a few fixed team leaders. They are all very skilled. It's just that they didn't have any organization in the beginning, so their development was slower than professional guilds. Lu Qin nodded. Back then, they were able to pass through the poison fog forest as a small team. Their skills are definitely not bad. Oh, right. Brother, there's something I want to tell you. You've learned to be polite with me. It's not about me, but I want to help Sister Nguyen pass on a message, Lu Yi said. Lu Yi said, I heard from Sherbu that 3 management companies have contacted Sister Nguyen and said that they want our guild to help their artists. Lu Qin frowned slightly. He had heard Leng Nguyen and the others mention this business before. However, he did not expect that an economic company would actually find them. Sister Nguyen said that she can't make the decision. Everything has to wait until you go back. Lu Qin chuckled. Let Nguyen decide for herself. I don't care even if I'm in Quang Lang. Okay, got it. Back in the game, Lu Qin stood in front of the Fiend's City Ruins instance dungeon, staring at the words on the ruins. This time, he was going to test his agility. Although agility was still not as good as strength and physique, it was still better than agility at the moment. After Lu Qin reached 1000 plus, his attack speed, movement speed, and skill release speed did not increase significantly. However, Lu Qin still planned to grind the dungeon once more. He wanted to get some HP recovery equipment and level up to level 31. The agility test required one to continuously attack the stone door at high speed without using any skills or equipment effects. Agility test result, 12/12. Level 5 reward dungeon activated. Level 5 reward, not bad. After Lu Qin finished speaking, he prepared to step into the dungeon. Suddenly, he received a telepathic message from 10 miles away. It was a telepathic message from the Red High Heels. Guild Master, Yi told me that you've agreed to let us take on some business. Lu Qin immediately replied, you guys can take it as usual. Red High Heels, Guild Master, then can I take 91% of the income? You take 90%, and the guild takes 10%. Because if our members are assigned to lead the team, we need to give them some compensation for their hard work. Also, the guild needs some funds to buy equipment and materials. Lu Qin, I'm 9%. Then you guys won't be making money. Red High Heels, they're only looking for our guild because of Brother Nameless. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to get the job. Lu Qin, how much are they offering? Red High Heels, there are 3 companies that we're talking to now. The price is around 500,000. Lu Qin was a little surprised. The other party offered such a low price? Lu Qin, it's too cheap. Tell them that the lowest price is 3 million. Red High Heels, 3 million. We're actually not a professional team. Isn't this price a little too high? Lu Qin, the lowest price is 3 million. Tell them that this is the price for the first batch. In the future, Wild Wave's price will only be higher and not lower. Red High Heels, Brother Nameless. If you're willing to lead the team personally, people will definitely fight for this price. But if Wild Waves is the one leading the team, I'm a little afraid that the negotiations will fall through. Lu Qin smiled and said, I don't have time to lead the team. If it falls through, then so be it. What's there to be afraid of? There will be a lot of people looking for Wild Waves in the future. Also, change the ratio to 55%. The other guilds have a lot of funds now. If you want to compete with them, you can't do without funds. Red high heels, oh, got it. Turning off the telepathic message, Lu Chen directly entered the Fiend City ruins. Celestial Mountain Main City, Wild Waves Guild Hall. The core members of the guild were receiving guests. What? 3 million? A middle-aged man looked at Leng Nua in shock. He was an artist manager under Huarue Film. This price is equivalent to the price of a first-tier professional guild. Are you sure this is the right price? Leng Nua said indifferently, yes, this is the price of Wild Waves. After joining the guild, we will have someone in charge of leading the team. However, your artists can only join the third group and must listen to our arrangements. The representative of Dawn Global Film and Television snorted. Leng Nua, are you crazy about money? 3 million. If Nameless leads the team personally, this price is not a problem at all. But you already said that Nameless won't lead the team. So why does Wild Waves, a ragtag team, want 3 million? Leng Nua said seriously, we are indeed not a professional guild, but you know very well in your heart. Why don't you look for a professional team instead of Wild Waves? Because we have the strongest team leader in the entire server. 10 Steps also said, we are a ragtag team. Nameless doesn't care about anything. But you can ask which professional team dares to provoke Wild Waves. Blossoming Zhixiang said, our guild has a divine beast. Do other guilds have one? Besides, Nameless will occasionally show up. Leng Nua said, this is the first time we are opening this business. That's why we have such a good price. In the future, our price will only be higher, not lower. In fact, Leng Nua was also a little nervous. Her own small company had never negotiated with such a loud voice. However, on the negotiation table, she could not lose her momentum. At least so far, her performance was not bad. You can decide for yourselves. The representatives of the 3 management companies, Huarue and Dawn, left immediately. A group of casual players, relying on Nameless' name, want 3 million? Only fools would fall for it. With this money, we might as well go to the top guilds like Thunderclap and TT. We can even enjoy the treatment of entering the first group. Wild Waves, what right do you have? Sorry, we don't want to be spendthrifts. Goodbye. Leng Nua was a little disappointed when she saw that 2 deals had fallen through. Guilds were growing bigger and bigger, but they relied on Nameless' reputation. They did not have a source of funds. Now that there was hope to start a new business, it seemed that negotiations had fallen through. During the banquet, the only one that did not make a move was Shangfei Film. Shangfei Film's representative was a female manager called Lu Wen. Leng Nua also knew this manager. She was one of the more well-known and experienced managers in the industry. She had always been known for her shrewdness and decisiveness. Before this, she had not spoken. Until the end, she asked, Nua Nua, is the price not negotiable? Leng Nua shook her head. Sister Lu, I'm sorry. This price cannot be changed. Lu Wen stood up and shook her head helplessly. Seeing Lu Wen's action, Leng Nua no longer had any hope. She turned around and prepared to leave. Suddenly, Lu Wen's voice came from behind. Nua Nua, leave 2 seats for me. Chapter 163. Sister Lu, you said you want 2 spots. Leng Nua could not believe her ears. The astute Sister Lu actually accepted such a price. Sister Lu smiled and said, yes. Of course, I'm just taking a gamble. Maybe my people's leveling speed in Violent Waves is not as fast as others, but I can see a trend from you. Trend? Sister Lu, what trend are you talking about? Lu Wen said, as long as Nameless is your leader, then Violent Waves will be the core of the whirlpool. My people need to be at the most eye-catching place. Lu Wen was worthy of being called a golden manager. Her words hit the nail on the head. Violent Waves, This motley crew that had not yet stepped on the right track, would definitely become the core of Zhoutian. Lu Chen was fighting monsters when he received a message from High-Heeled Shoes. The deal was done. The other party paid 6 million. 3 million had already been transferred to the guild's first account, which was Lu Chen's account. The other 3 million was transferred to the guild's second account. This was Leng Nua's account, so she would make the expenditure public. Lu Chen smiled and shook his head. When he first created Violent Waves, he did not think that he would be able to earn money. The guild had 3 million in funds. Although it was not much, it was a good start. In the future, Violent Waves could truly take off. He raised his head and looked at the golden-haired swift macaque in the boss room. This time, Lu Chen did not dare to be careless and approached it with invisibility. A level 5 dungeon boss would not be easy to deal with. The swift macaque's attack speed was simply abnormal. If it did not count the combo, Lu Chen could attack the boss twice. Damn, this effect can be used to level up. Its movement speed is also so fast. If I don't use crowd control, it's simply invincible. Luckily, this guy's attack and health were not outstanding. Lu Chen had changed a few pieces of equipment and his strength had greatly increased. In addition, he was very careful this time, so he defeated the boss in half an hour. Killed, golden-haired raptor macaque, level 34 enhanced physique boss. Obtained 300,000 auras. Obtained 10 6th rank talent fragments. Obtained 10 6th rank evolution points. Ding! Obtained item, Wishful Staff, level 30 purple, *1, golden macaque, level 30 blue, *1, level 30 monster core, green, *5, fuck, what the hell? Why is there only one piece of equipment from the level 5 reward? Lu Chen was furious. Was the system playing with him? Check the Wishful Staff. Wishful Staff, level 30 purple, it is said that this long staff was once used by that monkey when he was cultivating. That monkey? Which one? Lu Chen's face was gloomy. Even so, was this the reason why you only dropped one? Physical attack 134 to 208, strength 174, agility 280, physique 104, critical rate plus 18%, critical damage plus 20%, special effect 1, earth-shattering chasm. Attack the ground in a specific direction. The huge explosive force will cause the ground to collapse, creating a chasm that is 100 meters long and 15 meters wide. Physical attack x3, 6,411 points, damage will be dealt and the target will be stunned for 3 seconds. Cooldown, 300 seconds, special effect 2, clone. Create an illusion. The illusion inherits 30% of the body's attributes and receives 300% damage. Duration, 120 seconds. Cooldown, 300 seconds, special effect 3, tree climb. Jump on a tree and jump between trees. The jump distance is 30 meters. You can carry at most one friendly unit while jumping. Lu Chen was shocked. Fuck, what kind of special effect is this? Is tree climb serious? Why do I have this skill? Tree climb was the first to be ridiculed by Lu Chen. In addition to this special effect, the other two special effects of the Wishful Staff were godly. Needless to say, the earth-splitting chasm was a 100-meter long and 15-meter wide chasm. It also had 6,000 plus damage and 3 seconds of stun. It was simply explosive. What excited Lu Chen the most was the second special effect, clone. In many games, clone was always a first-line skill. There were too many uses for clone. It could disrupt the enemy's judgment, transfer aggro, provide damage, and so on. It was very useful. Although the clone's attack power was only 30% and it had to suffer more damage, under the support of Lu Chen's super high attributes, this clone could still fight very well. Fuck this, what should I do? Which one should I use, Tiger's Sob or the staff? Tiger's Sob special effect was also very strong. Fierce Tiger Descends the Mountain provided a combo attack, while Tiger's Roar converted the physical attack into a spiritual attack. This was the core special effect of the Titanic Slash. Lu Chen wanted all of these special effects. By the way, the equipment can be strengthened. Can it be fused? Lu Chen frowned. Players can't fuse directly. It seems that I have to go to Lingxiao City first. After making up his mind, Lu Chen temporarily ignored the wishful staff and casually glanced at the remaining loot. There was also a level 30 blue, golden macaque. Only one was dropped. Looking at the name, he did not know where it came from. Golden macaque, take a look. Golden macaque, level 30 blue, summon the Mount Golden Macaque after use. Poof, Lu Chen almost vomited blood. It's a mount. In front of him, a 3D image of a huge monkey appeared. It looked very similar to the 3 bosses in the Fiend City ruins. Increase movement speed by 70% after riding. Lu Chen immediately used the item. Suddenly, a huge golden macaque appeared in front of him. It was more than 8 meters tall. Standing in front of Lu Chen, it looked like a giant monster. This guy looked fierce. The wings of its nose were angry, its hands were on the ground, and its body was covered with golden hair. It looked majestic. Damn, the Jotian mount is so big. This is a blue mount. It looks like a boss. The golden macaque stood there, looking around as if waiting for something. Lu Chen frowned and said, Golden macaque, what are you looking at? Your master is here. After the golden macaque saw Lu Chen, it opened its palm in front of Lu Chen. Lu Chen immediately understood and walked up. The golden macaque lifted Lu Chen and put him on its shoulder. Lu Chen only felt that he was standing on the edge of a 10-story building. Unfortunately, he was still in the dungeon and could not see anything. He immediately said, exit the dungeon. After leaving the dungeon, Lu Chen felt the feeling of looking down at the mountains. Damn, the experience is so real. This mount is too domineering. Lu Chen stood on the shoulder of the golden macaque and looked at the surrounding forest. His vision was much wider than before. Right, I should equip the wishful staff first. I'll climb the tree to see. After changing his equipment, Lu Chen jumped up and landed directly on a tree. Then he jumped again and jumped to another tree. He had a lot of fun. Ha ha ha, interesting, golden macaque, I'll try to jump on you. Lu Chen jumped up and landed firmly on the shoulder of the golden macaque. Ha ha ha, cool. I suddenly realized that climbing trees is the essence of Jotian. In the world of Xianxia, shouldn't one be able to leap over roofs and vault over walls? Golden macaque, go to Firmament City first. If I can equip it, I'll use this staff. Chapter 164. With a mount, Lu Chen's movement speed had almost doubled. He arrived at Firmament City in 7 or 8 minutes. Firmament City was much bigger than Celestial Mountain. The city was built directly on top of a mountain peak. The city walls were more than 10 meters tall, taller than Golden Retriever. It occupied a large area and looked majestic. So this is a level 30 main city. Currently, there were only 3 main cities in Jotian. The level 10 Celestial Mountain main city was a combination of 3 novice regions. During this period of time, it was a place for players to develop. Unless there were a lot of players in the Huaxia server, the competition would not be too intense. Level 30 Firmament City was different. 10 Celestial Mountain main city players would share one Firmament City. The number of players in Huaxia had exceeded 400 million. 400 million players and only 30 Firmament main cities. One could imagine how intense the competition would be in Firmament City in the future. After Firmament City, there would be level 50 main cities. At that time, all the servers in each country would be combined into one main city. It would truly become one main city per server. The official statement from Skyline was that after level 50, the 5 continents would be combined into one server. At that time, Jyotian would only have 5 servers. At the same time, it was rumored that Skyline would open up the second heaven after the mortal domain. Of course, this was just a rumor. The actual situation would depend on the official announcement. In front of Firmament City, a group of level 70 elite soldiers were patrolling. When they saw a player approaching, the soldiers quickly surrounded Lu Chen. Riding is prohibited in Firmament Immortal Land. Lu Chen was shocked at first. He thought that they were going to attack him. Level 70 elite. It seemed that they were not to be trifled with. Lu Chen immediately jumped down from Golden Retriever and kept it in the stable. Seeing that the player had dismounted, the soldiers dispersed and continued patrolling. Lu Chen then entered the main city. There were many NPCs in the city. There were shops, job centers, pedestrians, and residents. They were all dressed in ancient clothing and were busy with their own things. Compared to Firmament City, the Celestial Mountain main city was like a countryside. Heavenly Travel's planner is really a genius. It's a freak, but the setting is really good. Even Lu Chen couldn't help but praise. In this city, Lu Chen was the only player. Lu Chen did not feel lonely at all. He felt as if he was in a city of 10,000 people. Where is the weapon refiner? Lu Chen wandered around the city and finally found a shirtless blacksmith forging in a corner of the market. Lu Chen walked over and asked, "Can you fuse the special effect of one piece of equipment with another?" The blacksmith stopped the hammer in his hand and sized up the person in front of him. "You can, but you're not a member of the Craftsmen's Association. We don't help outsiders fuse weapons." Lu Chen heaved a long sigh of relief. At least it was possible. Finally, he did not have to do multiple choice questions. "Then I want to know what materials are needed to transfer the special effect of Tiger Sob to the wishful long staff." The blacksmith waved his arm, and a menu appeared in front of Lu Chen. Fusion requirements: transfer the special effect of Tiger Sob, level 15 purple, to the wishful long staff, level 30 purple. Fusion special effect: Tiger descends the mountain, Tiger Roar, upgradable special effect, critical hit, explosive damage, requires a 5-star weapon refiner. Materials required for each fusion or upgrade of a special effect, requires +4 wishful long staff x1, consumes Tiger Sob x5, disappears after fusion, level 30 beast core, green, x5, any monkey essence material. White, x500, gold coins x100, damn, it's so expensive. Lu Chen realized that he had to pay such a high price to retain a special effect. Even if Tiger Sob was cheap now and could be bought with a few thousand coins, the other materials were all expensive. If converted into RMB, the required funds would be at least 1 million. It was estimated that most people would rather change their equipment than fuse it. However, these materials were nothing to Lu Chen. He just needed to clear the Fiend's City ruins a few more times. The key was that it required a 5-star weapon refiner, which was more troublesome. "Can you apply to join the Craftsmen's Association?" "Yes, you need to pay 100 copper coins to join the Craftsmen's Association." "Then I'll apply to join." After paying the entrance fee, Lu Chen's ability menu had an additional weapon refining. His current weapon refining level was 0. After carefully studying this auxiliary profession, Lu Chen had a clear understanding of it. After becoming a weapon refiner, he could consume pure spiritual energy to improve his profession proficiency through dismantling, forging, strengthening, fusing, and other operations. To upgrade to a 5-star weapon refiner. "Can I dismantle the blue equipment in my backpack?" "Your weapon refining level is 0, no profession level bonus." "It's fine if there is no bonus. I have to practice anyway." Lu Chen thought about it and decided not to dismantle the equipment. Instead, he decided to strengthen the equipment. After dismantling the equipment, there would only be a pile of materials left. He did not have a weapon refining blueprint, so it was useless to put them in his backpack. He had enough equipment and beast cores to strengthen many times. The strengthened equipment could be sold for money, just enough to clear his backpack. Right, I might not have enough pure spiritual energy to strengthen so many equipment. Let's go to the elixir room and see if there are spirit gathering pills for sale. The elixir room was not far away. After browsing the goods, Lu Chen found that the elixir room of a level 30 main city was indeed much more advanced than the elixirs sold in the Immortal Mountain main city. The healing potions here were in large quantities, and could restore 2000 HP. There were also similar spirit gathering pills for sale, but the spirit gathering pill was called Miscellaneous Spirit Gathering Pill. It could replenish 2000 points of miscellaneous spirit and cost 50 silver coins. The concentration of pure spiritual energy in the miscellaneous spirit gathering pill was relatively low. It could only be used to replenish the pure spiritual energy in the elixir. When used in battle, the effect was only half of the pure spiritual energy. Moreover, if he wanted to break through the elixir, not only could he not use the miscellaneous spirit gathering pill, but if he used it before, he would also have to expel all the miscellaneous spirit and cultivate pure spiritual energy again. This thing is quite useful. When fighting, if I don't have enough pure spiritual energy, I can use it to replenish it. Moreover, I'm using it for strengthening now. It doesn't matter if there is any miscellaneous spirit, but 50 silver coins is a bit expensive. Let's start with 1000 sets. Lu Chen spent 250 gold coins and bought a large amount of miscellaneous spirit gathering pills. After spending 250 gold coins, Lu Chen still had 2,400 gold coins on him. These were all earned from his personal dungeon. But even so, Lu Chen could feel the effect of gold coins. It was starting to show. It would be best if he had time to expand the dungeon scale and earn more gold coins. After finding a quiet place, Lu Chen began to strengthen his equipment. Monkey King Belt +1 strengthening successful. Obtained 20 Refiner proficiency, Monkey King Belt +2 strengthening successful. Obtained 50 Refiner proficiency, +3 strengthening successful. Obtained 100 Refiner proficiency, consumed miscellaneous spirit gathering pill, increased by 2000 points of miscellaneous spirit. Your refiner level has risen to level 1. You can now purchase new refiner blueprints. Lu Chen continuously increased his proficiency until his stamina was exhausted. But after a short rest, he continued to strengthen. The large amount of blue equipment in his backpack slowly decreased. All that was left were all +3 equipment. And Lu Chen's Monkey King equipment had all reached the upper limit. Chapter 165. Your blacksmith level has been upgraded to 5 stars. You can now purchase equipment from the blacksmith star. Damn, it's finally done. Lu Chen breathed a sigh of relief. It took him 3 to 4 hours just to upgrade his blacksmith level. Today is the Agility Termination City dungeon. Let's quickly upgrade the Jingu staff to level 4. The drop rate of the wishful staff was not high. It only dropped 1 at a time. Since Lu Chen had the golden macaque mount, the golden macaque did not drop a single piece. Lu Chen farmed 10 times before he upgraded the wishful staff to level 4. After the upgrade, the wishful staff's critical hit was higher than Tiger Sob, but its damage was lower. Lu Chen hesitated for a moment and chose to ensure the damage. The effect he wanted was that once a critical hit, the damage would be off the charts. Ah, it's not easy. Let's fuse. Not long after, a new wishful staff was freshly produced. Wishful staff, strengthening +4, fusion +3, wishful staff, level 30 purple. It is said that this staff was used by the monkey when he was training. Attack physical attack 204 to 308, strength 254, agility 440, physique 184, critical hit +22%, critical hit +180%, fusion, special effect 1, earth-splitting chasm. Creates a chasm 150 meters long and 20 meters wide. Physical attack x4, 10,932 points, damage will be dealt and the target will be stunned for 3 seconds. Cooldown time is 300 seconds. Special effect 2, clone, creates a fantasy. The fantasy inherits 50% of the original body's attributes and receives 200% damage. Duration, 180 seconds. Cooldown time, 300 seconds. Special effect 3, tree climb, can jump on a tree and jump between trees. The jump distance is 45 meters. The jump can carry up to 2 friendly units. Special effect 4, Fusion Tiger descends the mountain. Special effect 5, Fusion Tiger roar. The description of the wishful staff was pulled out in a long row at once. It feels like a god's equipment. Now Lu Chen was level 3. In addition to a large number of equipment, the Monkey King's 5 blue equipment were all +3, and the Monkey King's 3 purple equipment were all +4. He opened and looked at his final attributes. Quality, 5-star, Stage 2, Level 3, Level 148900/140000000, Body Strength, 2285, Basic 884 plus Equipment 1225 plus Title 176, Agility, 1908, Basic 884 plus Equipment 1024, Constitution, 2163, Basic 884 plus Equipment 1190 plus Title 89, Spiritual Power Intensity, Spiritual Power, 121, Spiritual Pill 121, 115/12100, Pure Spiritual Energy, Attack, Physical Attack, 2733 to 2837 Poison Attack, 10, Defense, Physical Defense 1789, Basic 442 plus Equipment 1158 plus Title 88, Magic Defense, 92, HP, 52796. Basic 22680 plus Equipment 23800 plus Title 6316, Damn, the Fiend's City Ruins is indeed the true foundation of a level 30 map. Now that I've maxed out this set of equipment and leveled up, all my attributes have doubled. Lu Chen twirled the new weapon in his hand. He was indescribably fond of it. My equipment really makes me feel like a great sage. Almost all of the Monkey King's equipment were gold equipment. There was a red cloak and a long staff. The only thing missing was the Monkey King's crown. I wonder if there's a Monkey King's crown. If there is, I'll change my Zombie King mask. Then I'll basically have everything. By the way, I wonder if my tree climbing can help me cross the moon-worshipping blood pool. On this day, Lu Chen leveled up again and cleared the dungeon 10 times in a row. He was tired enough. Even if he could go to the moon-worshipping blood pool, he did not want to go. Rest, rest. Lu Chen thought of the 50-day opening event on the official website and planned to check it out again. As soon as he entered the official website, Lu Chen found a piece of news published on the official website. The news was in the form of an interview. A reporter was interviewing the person in charge of a film company. Mr. Xia, has Huarui Film arranged for their artists to join the professional team? Of course. Everyone has noticed that Jiutian is actually the best film and television base. A large number of difficult filming tasks can be achieved in the game, providing a large amount of real scenes. This is more realistic than adding special effects in the later stage. It also saves more money. I believe that in the future, more film and television companies will transfer their business to Jiutian. Then, Mr. Xia, can you reveal the budget of Huarui's artist training program and the specific teams we've worked with? Mr. Xia smiled slightly and appeared to be particularly confident. Our budget has no upper limit. The reason is simple. It's because we need to constantly train new people. This is a long-term plan. As for the teams we work with, Huarui will naturally find the top professional teams in the country, such as ESD, TT, and Zhanlong. Just the current cooperation amount alone has reached 38 million. 38 million? Yes, the investment in this area cannot be reduced. Of course, the allocation of the top players and the newcomers is different. Good steel should be used on the blade's edge. As Mr. Xia spoke, he suddenly laughed. Speaking of which, I heard something very interesting today. Oh. What interesting thing did Mr. Xia come across? Can you share it with the audience? Director Xia smiled mysteriously. I think that since this market has just started, it's not very regulated. That's understandable. However, I think that the Heavenly Line officials should take care of the actions of some teams. They're asking for sky-high prices. The reporter didn't know how to respond and could only listen to Mr. Xia continue. Take Wild Waves for example. Everyone knows that the guild leader of Wild Waves is Nameless. I admit that Nameless is very strong, but everyone also knows that Nameless basically doesn't care about Wild Waves. Thus, Wild Waves is actually a guild that even a third-rate guild would have a hard time squeezing into. For such a new guild, Huarue is also in the spirit of mutual support and mutual benefit. We found them and hope to work with them to train our newcomers. Guess what happened in the end? Our offer was 500,000. For an 18th-rate guild, that's already considered high. In the end, they asked for 3 million. 3 million. I'd look for a guild like you for 3 million. What a joke. The reporter immediately expressed his attitude. Tianqing wasn't willing to accept the price set by any guild. Chairman Xia did not dare to offend Tianqing, so he said, I understand, but the main reason I'm bringing this up here is to tell other interested organizations and individuals to think rationally before cooperating. Do you think the other party is worth the price? Lu Qin narrowed his eyes slightly. What was the meaning of this? The collaboration didn't go through and they went to the official website to promote it? Look at the comments below the video. Wild Waves is a third-rate guild without Nameless. You're overestimating them. 3 million. They must be crazy for money. Nameless doesn't care about Wild Waves at all. Only a fool would sign it. Trash guild. Everyone, look carefully. Don't work with them. Huarue wanted to create pressure from public opinion. Lu Qin snorted coldly. After thinking about it, he logged back into the game. Nguyenyuan, you said we signed 2 deals. Yes, guild leader. That, guild leader, I was just about to look for you. I talked to 3 parties today. After one of them fell through, during the interview, I know about this. Tell the 2 newcomers to wait for me at the Celestial Mountain in 20 minutes. Tell them that I'll train them for an hour. Lu Chen's tone was obviously unhappy. Ask Little Ming to do a live broadcast. This, guild leader. Okay, I'll arrange it. Chapter 166. In the territory of Mad Waves, the level 19, Shang Fei Wenwen, was standing in the guild hall with 2 newcomers, a boy and a girl, waiting anxiously. These 2 people were Shang Fei's 2 artists. They were very good-looking. The boy had a noble temperament while the girl was fresh and elegant without losing her beauty. They were young, around 20 years old, full of youthful energy. Both of them had great potential, but from their innocent eyes, it was obvious that they were newcomers. Sister Lu, are we going to join this guild? The boy's ID was Son of the Wind. He was around 1.8 meters tall and was very handsome. I heard that God of War never cares about this place. It really feels ordinary. The girl also looked lazy and said impatiently, they actually want us to wait here? It feels like they're so arrogant. Sister Lu, did you really agree to let them broadcast? Although God of War will personally guide us, it will only be for an hour. I think they're just using us to promote themselves. That's right, Sister Lu. You shouldn't have agreed to it. An hour is too perfunctory. Even if God of War guides us, how much can we level in an hour? You still want us to wait here for so long? Lu Wen shook her head and looked at the two. Don't talk so much nonsense. You're still newcomers. You're not as famous as Nameless yet. This time, they're doing a broadcast to let you get familiar with them. Remember, when you're fighting monsters, show some magnanimity. No matter what happens, even if you die, you must leave a good impression on the audience. After spending 6 million, Lu Wen naturally paid more attention to the collaboration with Mad Waves. This time, she personally accompanied them, bringing Son of the Wind and Xian Xian to Mad Waves. Oh, got it, Sister Lu. Not long after, Leng Nua, 10 Steps, Ying Jun and the others arrived. Sister Lu, you're here. Leng Nua welcomed them. Sorry to keep you waiting. We just went to organize a broadcast outside. Currently, the number of viewers in the broadcast room has exceeded 23 million. Many people are waiting to watch this broadcast. Lu Wen nodded. It's okay. We only waited for a few minutes. Oh right, how are the fans' reactions? Ying Jun shook his head. The interview video on the official website was too big. Many people seem to have misunderstood Mad Waves. Now, many fans in Little Ming's broadcast room are waiting to see a joke. Lu Wen frowned. Did her prophecy come true so quickly? As soon as he entered the Wild Waves, he immediately became the focus of attention. This time, it did not seem to be very effective against them. Of course, the focus of the vortex might not necessarily be effective. Lu Wen had already mentally prepared herself for this. Nuanuo, I'm going to take a look at the live stream. Well, okay. Lu Wen went offline and entered Xiao Ming's live streaming room. 24 million people. All of this was just to watch that person level up. Lu Wen shook her head. What top celebrity? None of the current top celebrities could be compared to Captain. This is the charm of Zhoutian, the fans were obviously not here to see the newcomer. Little Ming was also waiting for that person at the entrance of Wild Waves at the request of the fans. While waiting, the bullet screen did not stay idle. Have you guys noticed that Wild Waves is a little arrogant now? 3 million, that's the price of a first-rate team. They really dared to ask for it. Little Ming, have you joined Wild Waves? Speaking of which, 3 million is really expensive. Even if Nameless comes to carry him once in a while, how much can he level up? It's only for an hour each time. It's as if it's a gift. Shang Fei is also a fool with a lot of money. They signed the contract for the level, not to chase after celebrities. They are celebrities themselves. 3 million is really too much. Lu Wen looked at the bullet screen and realized that the direction of the situation was worse than she imagined. She returned to the game and frowned as she said to Leng Nuanuo, I went to take a look. Many people are criticizing them. Could it be the internet water army? Why don't you guys find some too? I have a long-term team here. Controlling the comments had always been a common method used by management companies. A big boss like Lu Wen naturally had the resources. Leng Nuanuo thought for a while and finally shook her head. Sister Lu, we can't always control the comments. At this time, we have to believe in Captain. Besides, you guys have signed us. We have to make sure that you guys are satisfied. There's no reason for you to control the comments. Lu Wen took the initiative to help control the comments not because she was worried about Wild Waves, but because she was worried that these people would affect the comments of her artists. Leng Nuanuo's words made her feel a little relieved. Alright, then, let's go to the entrance and wait. Everyone arrived outside Wild Waves territory and looked into the distance anxiously. Not long after, they saw a huge figure in the distance. It was moving quickly toward them. Fuck, what is that? 10 Steps stared with his eyes wide open. His face was full of shock. In a moment, the huge beast had already arrived at the entrance of the celestial mountain. It then stopped there. The huge figure of 8 meters tall made everyone in the main city of the celestial mountain look over in horror. Golden hair, a ferocious face, and a thick body. It was majestic and terrifying. Boss. Fuck, the boss is attacking the city. Come quickly, there's a boss attacking the city. Fuck, what kind of boss is this? Little Ming was trying his best to get close to the boss. Fuck, why is there a boss in the celestial mountain? This is too magical. The livestream was also in an uproar. Is it the 50th day celebration? Impossible, the officials said that they want to combine the regions first before holding the celebration. There's no such thing in the other regions. Is this boss lost? At this moment, a player who ran to the city wall suddenly shouted, "There's someone on the boss' shoulder." Everyone's gaze instantly shifted to the boss' shoulder. There was a person sitting there. He was dressed in golden armor and his back was leaning against the boss' neck. The boss' golden hair covered most of his body, so no one noticed him at first. But now, when everyone saw this person, they were all in an uproar. How can someone stand on the boss' shoulder? That's too cool. Is this guy a player or an NPC? Lu Chen was really tired. It would take 10 to 20 minutes to run from Firmament City to the Celestial Mountain. He might as well take a short rest on the golden hair's back. Roar! The golden hair roared, scaring the group of people. Oh no, the boss is about to attack. Where are the city guards? Everyone, prepare to fight. This roar woke Lu Chen up. He opened his eyes slightly and looked around. We're here. Got it. Why are you shouting so loudly? Lu Chen shook his head. This alarm sound was a little exaggerated. He stood up and realized that at least 1,000 people on the Celestial Mountain were looking at him in horror. These people had nothing to do with him. He looked into the distance again. With his eyesight, he naturally saw Leng Nua and the others. Lu Chen stood up and said calmly, "Golden hair, let's go over there." The golden armor was particularly eye-catching. The red cloak behind him fluttered violently in the wind. Lu Chen stood alone on the giant monkey's shoulder, looking down at everyone. Roar! With a shocking roar, the golden hair turned around and ran towards the territory of violent waves. Lu Wen had been in the business and entertainment circles for many years. She had always been a capable and strong woman. But now, her whole body was trembling. Lu Wen trembled and pulled Leng Nua. Nua, that person." Leng Nua's gaze was mixed with an indescribable feeling. Admiration, pride, but she could tell Lu Wen with certainty. That's right, it's him. In Xiao Ming's live streaming room, the fans were in an uproar. Damn, a mount. The first mount in the entire server. Fuck, so this is the Jotian's mount. Are they using a boss as their mount? This is too fucking awesome. This is crazy, it's actually a mount. I'm craving for it. Isn't this too cool? Help, I really want one. Jealousy has made me ugly. Is there any justice in this world? Brother Nameless didn't even have a mount the last time. Why did he suddenly get such a big one? I'd rather it be a boss attacking a city. I want to sit on it. It must be super cool. I want to sit on it too. What kind of feeling is that? I really want to experience it. The golden retriever was not a boss. It was Nameless' mount. Xian took a deep breath. Nameless was too strong. The Son of Wind realized that his team leader was not as fierce as the rumors said. He also asked, "Team leader, how many pieces of purple equipment do you have on you right now?" Lu Chen did not hide anything and said, "I have 3 pieces on me." There's also a mask that I don't want to wear anymore. The group of people vomited blood. Nothing to live for, and you don't want to wear another mask. Was that even something a human would say? You have purple equipment but you don't want to wear it? Oh my god, Nameless already has 4 pieces of purple equipment. The clothes should be purple. There are also shoes. What else is there? Are you stupid? It must be a weapon. That weapon emits purple energy too. Fuck, I only have 3 pieces of blue equipment. Nameless already has a set of godly equipment. Where did you get this set of clothes? It's too cool. I want it so much. Xiao Ming, hurry up and run. Let us take a closer look. Xiao Ming was also helpless. He went to look at the boss and was instantly left behind by Nameless. Now, he had to run back. It was getting late. Lu Chen wanted to go to bed early. He said to the son of Wind and Xian, "Are you ready? Let's hurry up. I'm a little tired. I can only carry you for an hour." The two of them nodded excitedly. At this moment, Xiao Ming also rushed over, panting. Team leader, Lu Chen smiled. "You've worked hard. I didn't see you just now. Otherwise, I would have brought you here. How about this, Nguyen, Xiao Ming, I'll bring you along." Lu Chen sent out a team invitation. Leng Nguyen was a little hesitant. "Team leader, let's not split the EXP, otherwise, I'm afraid that some people will say." Lu Chen shook his head. "I didn't say that I would only bring 2 people. It's fine. You don't need much EXP to level up. If others want to say something, let them say it. You too can accept it." Since their team leader had spoken, Xiao Ming and Leng Nguyen couldn't say anything else. The team of 5 was already full. Xia City. The manager of a large farming team immediately received a call. "Hello, Director Xia. Xiao Zhang, Nameless can only carry for an hour. Now that we have 2 more people, we can split the EXP with Shang Fei's newbies. Take advantage of this and scold them as much as you can to bring up the tempo." "Alright, Director Xia. I'll arrange it immediately." Not long after, Xiao Ming's live broadcast room was flooded with comments. Wild Waves is indeed a trash guild. Nameless finally came out to carry people and now we have to split the EXP with 2 more people. That's right. How much EXP will Shang Fei's newbies get? Shang Fei's 3 million is wasted. Only a fool will work with Wild Waves in the future. Xiao Ming took a look at the situation in the live broadcast and shared it with Leng Nguyen. Leng Nguyen whispered to Lu Chen. "Team leader, there are already people scolding in the live broadcast. Why don't we leave the team? Xiao Ming can just follow and film." Lu Chen didn't care. "Don't worry about it." Lu Chen reached out and grabbed Son of the Wind and Xian's arms. "Are you ready?" The 2 of them looked at Nameless strangely. "Team leader, this is," Lu Chen smiled. With 1 foot on the ground, he leaped up with the 2 of them and jumped directly onto Golden Retriever's shoulder. Coincidentally, the Golden Retriever suddenly roared angrily. Sister Lu had previously reminded them to pay attention to their image. In the end, who cared about that now? The 2 of them were so scared that they hurriedly grabbed onto Golden Retriever's fur. "Golden Retriever, be quiet." Golden Retriever pouted unhappily and felt wronged. He was just bored. Lu Chen patted Golden Retriever. "They'll be scared by you. Don't mess around." Jumping down from Golden Retriever, Lu Chen grabbed Leng Nguyen and Xiao Ming's arms. "Should we go up? I am scared." Leng Nguyen couldn't care less about her identity as the vice team leader. She was so scared that she hugged Lu Chen's arm tightly. Lu Chen smiled and jumped up, placing the 2 of them on Golden Retriever's shoulder. Leng Nguyen grabbed Golden Retriever's fur tightly and shrunk to the side. "I'm a little afraid of heights." "Me too." It's so scary standing up there. Lu Chen shook his head. If they were scared, what would happen if Golden Retriever ran away? Forget it, it's better not to say so. Otherwise, they wouldn't dare to sit. Xiao Ming, start the timer. I only have 1 hour. Okay, team leader. It's 10:13 now. Lu Chen nodded and patted Golden Retriever. Let's go. To Stone Gate World. Chapter 168. The Stone Gate World was located in the depths of mass graves. There were many nightmare spirits here, but their levels were too low. Lu Chen had not been here for a long time. Wow, so many headless flying corpses. Their levels are so high. Son of the Wind curiously looked at the monsters that kept emerging from the ground. He was only level 18. He had never even been to mass graves, let alone go so deep. The golden-haired macaque moved very quickly. Soon, everyone saw the towering stone gate. On the bullet screen, the players asked curiously. What is that place? Is it a high-level dungeon? Lu Chen let the golden-haired macaque lead everyone through the stone gate. After everyone entered the world of the stone gate, they finally saw the wandering nightmare spirits. No way, they're all level 22 elites. Lu Chen said, you guys go down first and wait at the door. They're all pure spiritual attacks. Don't attract any monsters. I'll be back in a while. The 4 of them were a little nervous. They had never been here before. The golden-haired macaque stretched out its hand in front of its chest. The 4 of them jumped onto the macaque's palm and landed on the ground. After arranging the 4 of them, Lu Chen patted the golden-haired macaque. Its huge body rushed towards the nightmare spirits. Seeing Nameless leave, Son of the Wind was a little surprised. Sister Noah, didn't the leader want to bring us to level? Why did he put us here? Red High Heels said, he probably went to pull the monsters. The leader's AoE is very strong. It's worth it to pull more monsters at once. Xian looked at the wandering glowing figures strangely. Are these things attack high? The leader said that they're pure spiritual attacks. Level 22 elites shouldn't have much spiritual attacks, so their damage shouldn't be too high. In Little Ming's live broadcast, there were still many ghostriders. Spiritual attack monsters. There's such a good place. No wonder Nameless leveled up so quickly. Is this place good? Nameless probably just found a random place. Look, there aren't many monsters here. They're all 2s and 2s. How much can they level up in an hour? Wild Waves is a scammer. He took the money and did it casually. Wild Waves really doesn't have any integrity. When Xiao Ming saw the feedback in the live broadcast room, he shook his head and said to Leng Noah, Sister Noah, it seems like someone is really leading the way. Should we ban them? Leng Noah thought for a moment. Since Captain said not to interfere, then let's not interfere. At this moment, Son of the Wind, who was also watching the live broadcast, suddenly said, Guild leader, Zhan Long, has started the live broadcast of leading people. Zhan Long? That's right, it's the guild that Huarui is working with. Leng Noah then entered the live streaming platform. The popularity of Huarui's live stream was not lower than Xiao Ming's. Now, it had 30 million viewers, and the bullet screen was unusually lively. Wow, this is what a professional team should be like. The leader and the 2 vice leaders are personally leading the team. They're going straight into the underground mine dungeon. Did you see the experience bars of those 2 newbies? It's rising so fast. That's awesome. I heard that the contract between Zhan Long and Huarui is only worth 4 million. This is the treatment of spending money. Isn't Mad Waves streaming next door as well? They started the live stream first. Until now, those 2 newbies haven't gained any experience at all. They're just standing there like idiots. I don't know what they're doing. Shang Fei is so funny. Two newbies with a 6 million contract. Nameless is only occasionally leading people. In the end, he's still dragging 4 people. Leng Nua couldn't watch anymore and closed the live stream. She thought about it and sent a message to Lu Chen. Leader, Hua Rui and the others are also leading people on the live stream. They seem to have found a lot of ghostwriters. Now, they've already started the momentum. If we don't find people, it might be more troublesome. Not long after, Lu Chen replied. The most effective thing for ghostwriters is not another ghostwriter. Don't worry and wait for me. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. After receiving the leader's message, Leng Nua took a deep breath and said to Son of the Wind and Xian Xian, Leader will be back in 15 minutes. We'll wait here. Ah. 15 minutes? But the leader only led us for an hour. Until now, we haven't gained any levels. Son of the Wind said anxiously. Even though Nameless had the only mount in the entire server and had a full set of godly equipment, after seeing so many rumors, Son of the Wind was a little anxious. Leng Nua said with certainty, Wait. Son of the Wind was about to say something, but Xian Xian pulled him back. Ziheo, since we've signed the contract, we should believe in wild waves. Xian Xian was no longer as panicked as she was when she mounted her mount. Instead, she said firmly, now that we are members of Mad Waves, we must believe in our leader. Son of the Wind finally swallowed the words he wanted to say. He nodded. Okay. Lu Chen had refreshed this map countless times. He knew the way even with his eyes closed. In the past, he relied on running. It would take him 30 to 40 minutes to pull all the monsters in the map to one side. Now, Lu Chen's movement speed was much faster. With Golden Retriever, 10 minutes was enough for him to run a lap. Lu Chen calculated the time. After he pulled the monsters away, new monsters would respawn at the original spot. He could pull another wave. One wave of 2,000 monsters. 2 waves of 4,000 monsters. However, even with Xiaoniao as bait, the limit was probably 2 waves. If there were more, some of the monsters would definitely lose track of them. Golden Retriever, slow down. There are a lot of monsters behind us. Lu Chen patted Golden Retriever. Golden Retriever understood and slowed down. It was different with a mount. It was much easier to pull the monsters. Golden Retriever was responsible for pulling the monsters. Lu Chen roughly calculated the experience gained from the team members. Lu Chen didn't get any experience from killing level 22 elites. However, this was good. The remaining experience could be distributed to the team members. Under normal circumstances, a Nightmare Spirit gave 1570 experience. Lu Chen's level was too high. After forming a team, he didn't get any experience. Moreover, the team couldn't get his bonus experience. The team's experience bonus was 20%. Divided among 4 people, it was 475 experience per person. It's a little less, but the key is that there are a lot of monsters. 20 minutes later, Zhang Long's dungeon progress had reached 70%. In a short 20 minutes, the newbie's experience had increased by a lot. It was about 60,000 experience. Ha ha ha, let me tell you. The 2 idiots next door haven't gained any experience at all. Nameless, they're going to lose their integrity this time. It's okay. Shang Fei has a lot of money. Hua Rui's Chief Xia just received a call from the person in charge of the leaderboards. Chief Xia, why do I feel like we don't need to lead the way? Wild Waves is just shooting himself in the foot. Chief Xia was in a good mood. This time, not only did they teach Wild Waves a lesson, but more importantly, they made their competitor, Shang Fei, a joke. This move was definitely killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Ha ha ha, little Zhang, no need to be humble. You guys have done a great job. However, we can't let our guard down. Continue to lead the way and let everyone know how stupid Shang Fei is. Those two newbies are basically useless. After hanging up, Chief Xia's eyes were hazy. He coldly snorted, nameless. You want to scam me? You're too inexperienced. So what if you're good at gaming? In the business world, I can play you to death. Lu Wen, you really made a mistake this time. 600 for nothing and you're being scolded like a dog. Ha 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 ha, your path as a gold manager has come to an end. Leng Noa and the others anxiously looked forward. It was too dark here and they couldn't see clearly. Leader, it's almost 20 minutes. Leng Noa was also very anxious. Could it be that Wild Wave's first show was really going to be ruined? At this moment, a ball of light gradually appeared in the distance. That ball of light seemed to be getting closer. As it got closer, people realized that it wasn't a ball of light at all. It was formed by the Nightmare Spirit's weak light. You're tuning in to the Blissful Bookshelf YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.